Count the follow-up scare. Count the rehab. Now count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NetSide.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Cappy, one of my favorite songs of all time, when they got together and sang All for Love, man. From the Three Musketeers soundtrack. Remember the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
That's kind of like you, me, and Sedano, but when Brian Windhorst is here, my Columbo brother,
right,
it becomes Windy, Cappy, and Sedano, which I'm okay with.
You are?
They are the Three Musketeers on Wednesdays. Good morning, Brian Windhorst.
Where would Brian Windhorst be in line at your wedding to dance with you?
To this song, Morales. I want to dance with you to this song.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
We won't look each other in the eye.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Don't the Rams say bleep them picks?
Yes.
Isn't this
That was a long time ago. Different now. Now they're good at the picks.
Yeah, but didn't they do that and win the Super Bowl?
They did.
This is a bleep them picks trade.
Yeah, what was it?
Horn-chins.
Yeah,
Horn-chin.
Sedano is a guy who's like, hey, I've been around the NBA 20 years. I can draw plays up on the board. I can do.
God.
What do you mean, oh God? What do you mean?
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the love boat, or do you want me to do the love boat?
The Art, I don't even know what you're talking
No,
about.
here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, just one more thing.
You dressed nicer today because Wendy will be in the house.
That's his new bit.
That's my new bit, is when Wendy comes in, suit and tie. He ain't coming in here making us look like a bunch of schlubs. I got on a jacket, collared shirt. I even tucked in my shirt today for Wendy.
7:02, actually 7:03 straight up. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this 8th of April, 2026. It is a windy Wednesday, and Cappy is dressed up last night, George. He's like, hey, you got a sports jacket? I'm like, yeah, I think. In my office, buried somewhere. I'm not going to wear it, though, Jack. It's Masters Week. I got to continue my Masters theme. It's like, oh, I'm dressing up for Windy.
You also, though, did think that I was asking you if you had a sport jacket that I could wear.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's going to be like a tent on you.
Right. You're like, yo, bro, that is not going to fit. I actually would like to see what it looks like.
All right. George Sedano is live from Greensboro. He arrived there safely. Hello.
Greensboro, hello.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Hello.
Well, that was a schlep to get there, huh?
It wasn't that bad. It was like an hour 20.
I know, but you had
from
to
Charlotte.
but didn't you have to go from L.A. down to San Diego?
Well, I went to San Diego, right, to go to Legoland with my family,
Mm-hmm.
and then
How
flew
was
to
Legoland,
Charlotte.
by the way?
Underwhelming, I would say.
Underwhelming.
That's typically what people say.
Is it worth the money or no?
I mean, it's not that. I mean, by park standards, it's not super expensive. I was just disappointed because a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do in the water park was closed. So it felt like the water park part of it was not, was underwhelming.
Yeah, but you didn't get to the real park though, right?
Yeah, we went to the real park too.
Oh, you did, and you didn't find
it was
that to be
okay.
fun.
I mean, I don't know, it was okay.
Only eight, huh?
Can you actually play with Legos all throughout the park, or is this stuff
Well,
made of Legos?
I don't know if you can play with them, but they have like a lot of stuff there for sure.
Yeah, they got a lot of Lego stuff.
See, I'd want to go down there and actually play with Legos. I love Legos.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
I wasn't really much of a Lego guy.
Remember, he's always talked about how he likes to build Legos still to this day. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I hate stepping on Legos.
Exactly right.
Yeah, they hurt.
That's exactly right. Like a mofo.
But it's just so nice. Just shut your brain off. Don't think about anything. Just look at the directions. Build Legos.
Oh, see, I can't even look at the directions. See, I can't use directions for anything.
Well,
like when I was a little kid, seriously, like my mom, grocery stores, they used to have like model cars. There was like a toy section in the grocery store, and they would have models and like a cool Corvette. And then I would get it home, I'd open it up, I'd take all the pieces out, and then I'd look at the picture on the box and try and recreate it.
So
I could never read the directions, and then I recreated it, and like 30 pieces left over. I was like, oh, those must just be extras. So even when I was building stuff when my kids were born, and you'd have to build things,
like a crib.
Yeah. I was like, I can't read the instructions, but I can try and make it look like the picture on the box. And then there are 30 pieces left over.
The crib is one of those things, or like the furniture for the kids. Might want to look at the directions.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Cappy. I'm just gonna keep moving from top of the hour.
Well, I would just say that the Lakers, it looks like the Lakers stepped on a lot of Legos yesterday.
There we go.
Yes,
there we go.
It's very painful to watch
This is
them.
why he's George Sedano.
Nice.
And while we were in the suite last night, it was Jacob and Ronnie's sweet night.
It was awesome.
Brian Windy was there with his lovely family.
Yep.
At one point, Cappy said to the group when it was 36-36, hey, there's hope, Morales. And and then Windy just kind of nods his head like, no, that's not going to happen. And then from that moment, it became a disaster.
Right. And it was, the score was 36-36, and I went, maybe the Lakers guys will just give everything they got. And maybe the Oklahoma City guys will just kind of sleepwalk through this game. And then maybe we'll actually have a competitive game till the end, keep me around. And then Windy goes like this. Windy goes, yeah, that's not going to happen. And, and George, I swear to you, within a matter of seconds, it went from like 36-36 to like 55-36 in like the snap of a finger. And I went, what the hell happened? And Windy goes, oh, Shea came back in the game. That was kind of it.
Yep.
Oh, my God. It is. Can I just say this? And I know we'll talk a lot about
Oh, my God.
Talk a lot about what happened last night. But I think it's interesting because in the month of March, when we were all talking about how great everything was going and how LeBron had missed time, but Austin Reeves and Luka looked so good, but then LeBron came back and then they even played better and they played this new style where everybody was, embracing their role, et cetera, et cetera. And then J.J. Redick was getting just all the love and all the credit. What a communicator. Look how he's built this team. Look how he's defined everybody's roles, et cetera. And now we're about to watch J.J. Redick unravel in front of our faces. Because remember last year during the playoffs when he only played 5 guys the entire game because he didn't think anybody else on the team was worthy of any minutes at all?
Yeah.
That's about what we're going to see here real soon. When you don't have Luka and Austin, and LeBron is like, well, what am I going to do? And you don't have any of your stars. Now you've got all role players. You start to see that JJ does not believe in these role players. He was very fortunate that all.
Oh, wait.
stars,
Are you saying that maybe the roster construction was an issue? He believes that because he doesn't believe in the role players?
Well, it's a huge issue when you don't have 3 stars.
Right. But clearly, he to your point, you said he didn't really believe in them.
No, he doesn't believe in these guys at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Jared Vanderbilt situation last night, that kind of told me everything I needed to see. And
so Cappy was deep in this.
Yeah.
Cappy was whipping out his phone, showing it. Windy had kind of given us the headline, but then Cappy was all investigative reporter. He was showing everybody in the suite, hey, look at this. He pulled out binoculars. I don't know from where. And he's like, Vandy's not on the bench, guys. Vandy's not on the bench. Like, can we go back to East Central now? I'm tired.
And it's Vando.
Vando's not on the bench. He's not on the bench. Yeah, if Vando would just stay healthy, everything would be fine.
Well, but his health, can I ask, does everybody remember this the way I remember it? George, don't you remember about, I'd say a good month and change ago, Luka is coming off the floor.
Yeah.
And JJ tries to, like, grab his wrist, and Luka kind of shoves him off. And then Luka goes to the bench, and JJ comes walking down, and now Luka's going to get up, and Luka's going to get up into JJ's face. Do you remember this episode?
Of course, yes, vividly, yes.
Do you remember who the person was that played Peacemaker in that?
I think it was Vanderbilt, yes, if I recall correctly.
Right. So Jared Vanderbilt played Peacemaker between Luka and JJ, and yet last night, rather than Vanderbilt being a professional, he decided he wanted to go after JJ. And then, honestly, I don't have the answer here at 7:09 this morning. I know what I think. I think Jared Vanderbilt left the bench. But on the other hand, maybe JJ told him to leave. I don't really know yet.
Right. It could be one or the other.
Right.
Neither. It doesn't really matter. I mean, clearly there's,
Clearly there's what?
An issue.
Yeah.
He had an issue with what was said to him. He was upset because he's not very good right now. And JJ took a timeout because JJ was like, all right, I got to take him out. We're getting killed. And he was upset about that.
Well, if I were Vanderbilt, the only argument I would really have in it is like, well, who else are you going to put in? I mean, you're taking me out, but who you putting in for me? Drew Timme? I mean, Maxi Kleba? I mean, what are you doing here, JJ? Like, I'm out here giving you what I got, and you're going to yank me?
Right, but he's a one-way player, so it's a problem. And that one way he wasn't playing that well in that one way. So.
Well, I mean, who played?
You got to do something. You can't just sit there and let the thing just completely unravel.
No, but it wasn't just Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is the one that we'll all talk about because he got back into JJ's face and then he was gone. Like, he literally disappeared.
Well, Cappy,
yeah.
I found it interesting when I was going through the post-game sound that JJ was very, very negative and critical of the guys that you could tell he doesn't like. And then the other guys, he was like happy to glaze.
Okay, so let's take notes here.
I want to know.
All right, who are some of those guys, Lindsay?
Here, I'll play the clip of the guys he glazed, okay? You want to start with the Glazers?
Yeah, let's start with the positive. Yeah,
Okay.
who are the guys he really appreciated last night?
Okay.
But, yeah, and I think, the guys, they, for the most part, fought hard and put a lot into it. We're undermanned right now, and it's important that, everybody is trying to play the right way and play for the team. And I think, certainly there was a number of guys that did some good things tonight. I thought, Adu, right at his, minute restriction, he made some mistakes, but he played hard. He had a lot of effort. And Jake was great defensively in his minutes. Luke again, with
3
on ball with 9 assists. So Rui, making shots. Drew to start the game was great. So a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So right. So there was
5 glazings.
There was Thero. There was
Timmy.
Jake LaRavia.
Kennard, LaRavia, Drew Timme, and who was the other one?
He said
Rui.
But he
Rui.
okay, so then he gets into Rui, okay?
Yeah,
He likes Rui, but I think he's a little hard on Rui. But I know he likes Rui.
But he did call a timeout to yank him too, right?
Here's what he said.
Yeah.
I just called the early timeout because Rui didn't do his job, and so took him out of the game. We've got to find 9 guys that are like all in on us fighting.
Yeah. So maybe he's turned on Rui.
I tell you right now.
All right, so that's one.
He's going to unravel,
He's
George.
turned on him.
He is going to unravel. He was living in that euphoria of the month of March, and he is going to lose his you-know-what in the month of April.
It's gonna blow.
Seriously. He's going to blow up right in
All
front
right,
of
so
our
go ahead.
faces.
Who else?
You
Rui's on the wrong side. Who
Want to
else is on
save
the wrong side?
the best for last, or you want to?
No, just go. I mean, you go with what you
build
think.
up to it.
I trust you. Go ahead.
Here's what he said about Vando.
Just the confluence of things. Again, it's not again nothing personal with him. Normal stuff from my end. I think for all of us, being undermanned and we've got to scrap and claw. We've got to all be on the same page. We got to have be great teammates. We got to all play hard. Called a timeout to get him out of the game, and he reacted. But again, normal interaction for me.
Normal interaction for me.
I've been screaming at Vando all year.
You have.
It's just normal for me. I just rip his ass and tell him he ain't doing his work. And he just didn't take kindly to my commentary.
And then DeAndre Ayton here, that's the best one.
Oh, let me hear this.
Yeah, he's had trouble catching the ball. So we ran a bunch of plays for him. He's just had trouble catching the ball. And, I don't know if that's the passing or if it's, him trying to get position. He hasn't been able to catch the ball.
So, time out. I have a question here.
2 hands, guys.
He's a number 1 overall pick. How does he not know how to catch the ball?
Hey, it's a skill, Lindsay.
Right.
Okay?
He's a number 1 overall pick. He should know how to catch the ball.
It's a skill like anything else. Catching the ball is difficult. All right? I mean, George, you must have taught Mateo how to catch the ball, right? How old is Mateo?
Mateo is 7.
Okay, he's 7.
He's been able to catch the ball since he was 6.
Okay.
That's like the fundamental stage,
Hey,
right?
listen, you learn these skills around 6 years old. Now when you're 27, you forget things like that. It's tough to catch the ball, Coach. Sorry. Okay, I'm trying to use 2 hands.
They ran special plays for him? What?
What's funny is how the DeAndre Ayton thing, like when he had that one stretch of games again that were pretty good, like I told you there would be stretches of time where he'd be pretty good. And it was like, I'm not saying, what are you saying now? Meanwhile, the coach says he can't catch the ball.
Hey, catching is hard, okay? Don't downplay how hard it is to catch the ball. But let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
What is DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura?
I mean, they're all gone.
Jake LaRavia.
Well, LaRavia will be here.
But what are these guys supposed to do? I mean, they're number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this roster. It's if you lose number 1, but you've still got 2 and 3, okay, you should probably still be able to compete. If you lose 1 and 2 and you've only got 3 and beyond, that's going to make things much more difficult. When you lose 1, 2, and 3, now you're asking your backups or your role players. And by the way, I should just add this: the Lakers didn't lose 1, 2, and 3; they lost 1, 2, 3, and 4 because Marcus Smart is not playing as well. So you're asking guy 5 through guy 12, guy 14, whatever it is, as JJ says, you got to have 9 guys. So you're asking guy 5 through guy 14 to carry you against the defending champs? Come on. Last night was a minor league product.
I understand that part of it, but it's not just against the defending champs. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, you saw what happened against Dallas.
Correct.
But they even had LeBron in that game against Dallas. So even with LeBron, you're asking for too much. If you don't have guy 1 and guy 2, and you don't have guy 3 or guy 4, you know what you are? You're a G League team.
Yeah, it sounds like a tweet I saw last night.
Oh, yeah? From who? From who?
I'm not going to do that in the first segment. But what I am going to tell you
look at that.
Really?
is that we're 17 minutes through the show. You know what you could have done in those 17 minutes? Well, you could have put on a sports jacket like Cappy, or you could have gone and seen our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. What are you saying right to?
So, real quick, DeAndre Ayton had 4 rebounds against the Dallas Mavericks.
Pretty good, huh?
4 rebounds. By the way, the game before that against Oklahoma City, remember he had 1 rebound.
Also very well done.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time catching,
Well, again, it's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you're to answer your question, yes, if you're missing guys 1 and 2, okay, it'd be hard for most guys to step up. But DeAndre Ayton, again, he doesn't see himself like Clint Capella, remember? DeAndre Ayton still believes he is the number 1 overall pick. All right?
No, he looked in the mirror, remember?
He was the number 1 pick.
Right. He still believes that he's capable of being that.
Well,
and yet he's not.
No, he's not. But here's what he can do. He can be a role player on a team that has 4 other starters on the floor with him. And when he's by himself and there are none of the other 4 starters, he will clearly be exposed as a guy who by himself, he can't do anything. I mean, he's not good enough, skilled enough, tough enough to do anything by himself.
I wouldn't say he's not skilled enough. He's not focused enough. He's not I don't know about toughness, but he's not focused enough, and he's certainly not willing at times to play the way he needs to play.
Got to look at the man in the mirror, Cappy.
It's easy to look at the man in the mirror when you've got your 4 starting teammates with you. It's very hard to look in the mirror when you're by yourself.
No, but that's when they actually need you.
Right, but he's a
right,
guy.
Like, okay, look, the OKC thing is one thing.
Yep.
You were gonna get slaughtered in that game. I totally understand.
He's just had trouble catching the ball.
The Dallas game is a game you could have won. Like that's the type of stuff that if you looked at yourself in the mirror and said, hey, this is my shot, and you couldn't do anything.
He's just had trouble catching the ball.
But wait a second. Can I just ask you guys a question? Are we really about to put the fact that Luka?
No, we're not putting it on that.
Okay,
but what
good.
I'm saying is you have to win some games here in these final 5.
Right, and last night was not one of them that you were going to win.
Correct, but the previous one to that was
perhaps
winnable.
Perhaps, but I'm not going to
No,
put that
perhaps
on.
nothing.
Hey, George,
that team is tanking.
But, George, you can't put it on one guy. Come on.
I'm not putting it on one guy, but isn't he the guy that's supposed to be like, Portland was the issue, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, if I put myself on this team, if I put myself in this situation, I can take advantage of. Stop.
Well, I mean, LeBron was on the floor against Dallas.
LeBron was awesome in that game.
But he wasn't enough to carry the team.
Right. He literally was 30, 15, and 9. What more do you want from him?
It's not that I want any more from him. It's just that without
So you're going to
Luka
put
and
this
AR,
on LeBron?
Well, I'm not going to put it on DeAndre Ayton. I mean, come
okay.
on.
Well,
It's
what
an
I'm
easy
saying
target.
is in over an 82-game season, okay?
Yeah.
You got to get him mad on a Wednesday.
I don't want to get him mad this early.
Keep going, Cap.
You have moments, okay, where you can show what you're still capable of.
Yeah.
It's not like he's 37 years old. He's 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 41 years old.
Like LeBron's age.
They need you one game to just be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Rui Hachimura stepped up in that Dallas game. 21 points, 9 of 13 from the field. Okay?
Okay, fine.
DeAndre Ayton played 19 minutes because he had 4 rebounds.
He's just had trouble catching the ball.
It's tough to catch the ball. It's hard. You're underestimating catching.
Jackson Hayes completely has outplayed him this season.
Well, Jackson Hayes is a pretty good player.
No, he's not.
He's not
like,
a good player?
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's your third best center on a decent team. Okay?
Yeah, but on this team,
he's there. That in itself, okay, should motivate him to be like, I mean, you want to talk about Clint Capella? Bro, you should be way better than Jackson Hayes.
Well, he ain't.
I'm not putting it on just him. What I'm saying is this is who he is. This is what I've been telling you since August. This is who he is. You cannot count on him at all.
Well, I know I didn't count on him last night. I wasn't counting on anybody last night. And again, I'm just going to say this. You can take DeAndre Ayton and we can pound on him and say he can't catch the ball, and that's what his coach is saying.
He's just had trouble catching the ball.
I'm going to tell you right now, Jared Vanderbilt last night, that's some unprofessional crapola, man.
100% agree.
So again,
we're in agreement there.
But I'm just going to say
But Jared Vanderbilt is not the former number 1 overall pick.
Fair point.
Jared Vanderbilt is not a guy who has ever been counted on offensively.
Right. But again,
and when he's bad on defense, that's a big problem, and you have to yank him right away.
Well, DeAndre
but
is
at
an
the
$8
very
million
least,
center. That's all he is. That's it. He's an $8 million center. He's not a $40 million player. He's not a $50 million player. He ain't even a $20 million player.
No,
He's an
because
$8
that
million
doesn't tell
player.
the whole story.
What is this?
He is an $8 million player right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he was bought out of a $30-some-odd million contract by a team that literally said, go away.
Yeah, and we understand why, but we also understand that DeAndre Ayton.
Get out!
When you've got LeBron
Yeah,
and Austin
right,
Reeves.
Funchy. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Get out!
LeBron, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and Marcus Smart, and then you put DeAndre Ayton on the floor. Competent? Sure. Is he going to do anything beyond competence when those 4 guys are not on the floor? And mostly because of what you just said, because of where
should
he
he
is
have been
emotionally.
outplayed by Drew Timme yesterday, who was an undrafted player?
Drew Timme is a guy who wants to prove that he belongs, that he can play.
Sure.
So Drew Timme
Shouldn't that
is
be
fresh.
what
He's gonna
DeAndre
give
Ayton's trying to do right now when he went from $37 million to $8 million?
My answer is yes, of course. But that's not who he is. You pointed it out. I pointed out when he played well and contributed, and now we're back to he don't have anybody else around him. So if this is like the big thing today, that it's DeAndre Ayton's fault.
No, it's not the big thing, but it should be discussed that this guy is being outplayed by every center when it matters. Everyone, every single one of them.
Well, you think he's going to be back with this team next year?
I mean, they may not have. I mean, it's his option, so that's kind of the problem.
Well, here's the other problem. Look around the rest of the roster, and you just think to yourself this. I mean, who on this roster? I mean, maybe Luke Kennard, okay? Who do you want back? You know, like what guy showed you last night? You know what?
That's a great question, Cappy.
Hey, thanks.
And we can move on from DeAndre Ayton, and we can tackle that. And also,
what else?
LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Shoving it up your, okay?
Shoving up whose?
Your, okay?
He's putting it in your cookus.
Nah.
Or your tookus.
Nah.
What is a cookus?
Wait till you hear what he had to say about his when he came back from injury, now that he told everyone with Steve Nash on his podcast.
I'll bet you he told everybody exactly what I told everybody.
Lindsay's mic wasn't even on, but you heard her through my mic.
I can hear Lindsay like, oh, yeah, right.
Give me a break, Cappy.
I'll bet you that LeBron James told you everything that I told you.
Oh, no. He might have, but you didn't believe.
Oh, no. Oh,
You're remember when Coach Prime said, do you believe?
Yeah.
You didn't believe.
I guess
Cappy, Sedano was running one play today.
Yeah, what's that?
And it's Project Suffocate all over you.
It is, isn't it?
So you better be careful.
I'm here for it.
He's going to make sure you can't breathe.
Just somebody bring me Windy.
Well, he's coming. He looks good. He's got a good suit on today.
Oh, where's the?
Oh, yeah,
I like the
purple.
tie.
It's really nice tie.
The hair.
Yeah.
Kind of Eastery.
Looking good.
Meanwhile, at 7:25 on a windy Wednesday, let's talk about our friends, Cappy, at Pizza Hut.
Oh, I would love to. Hey, listen, I want everybody to download the Pizza Hut app if you haven't already. Now, you know that I usually have problems with technology. That's why we're calling this Cap versus the app. And it's been a battle. But I will just tell you this. If I'm capable of downloading the Pizza Hut app and I'm capable of ordering a really amazing Pizza Hut pizza, like the $10.99 large 3-topping pizza deal, it's amazing. I like the super thin crust. I also like to take a little bit of chicken, a little bit of sausage, okay? I've even had them drizzle some pesto over the top as I've customized my 3 toppings for only $10.99. By the way, that is available for carryout or for delivery. But I'm just going to tell you this right now. You should download the Pizza Hut app on iOS or Android. You should try it yourself, and just trust me on this. If I can download the Pizza Hut app and I can order Pizza Hut pizza, you can do it too. It's all thanks to Pizza Hut. Get on that Pizza Hut app today.
What'd you drizzle on there?
A little bit of pesto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Little pesto. I like the sausage.
Yeah, the sausage is very good.
We were having
You
good
like the sausage?
Yeah, very
We were
good.
having good sausage last night in the suite.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacob
Did you
spread.
swing it?
Oh, I swung it for a second, but then I just put it all in my mouth. 7:26.
Yes, you did. You had a big old fat plate of sausage.
Well,
I
it was
saw
nice.
that Jacob had a sausage thing in the suite when you guys
sausage
posted that video
board.
for Evan Cohen.
Yeah, and tortas. Beautiful chicken
I did see
tortas.
the tortas.
The tortas
yeah.
were good, but I was a little embarrassed last night because it's still Passover and I shouldn't be eating bread, you know? And like there I was eating these tortas, and I'm like, oh man, I just don't look very good right now, do I?
7:27 in the morning. When we return in about 3 minutes, we will answer the question that Cappy posed. That's next on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner in Blue Ice Vodka. The largest potato vodka, double gold rated, 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, vodka with standards.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
He's just had trouble catching the ball.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. the new Consolidated Rental Car Center, Metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NetZone.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
That encapsulizes Rivers' entire career.
Encapsulate, yeah.
Wait, encapsulizes is not a real thing?
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
You can't encapsulize a thing? No, you only encapsulate it? Okay.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
Just a friend, and you say he just a friend. Oh, baby.
7:30, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
He'll be here after his first take appearance around 8:30 this morning. Cappy, we lost him in 2021, but happy birthday to Biz Markie.
Oh, man.
It's kind of crazy.
R.I.P.
That he's no longer with us. Biz Markie. You know what his real name is?
It's not Biz?
No. It's actually it's a very recognizable name for me, Chris, and Greg.
Okay.
I just looked this up. Wow, I did not know that.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
What's the brother's real
tell
name?
you, Chris.
I
He's
don't know.
an old colleague of ours, Fox Sports Radio in the early 2000s. One of my producers, Marcel Hall.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say
Marquis' real name.
I thought you were going to say his name was John.
No, it's not.
I didn't say
Marcel
anything.
Hall, who, by the way, is a big listener to the show.
Yeah, what's Marcel up to these days?
Who, Marcellus Wallace?
No, Marcel Hall.
Marcel Hall. He's always been into, him and his wife have always been into the church.
Right.
And, they run a ministry.
Oh, how nice.
A youth ministry. They've run that for decades now, I believe.
Cappy, you should connect with him to start up your own church, too.
Yeah.
Because last night I walked in, so I was packing, after we got done with the game,
Yep.
I walked back, I go, Cappy, I got to pack up my bag, and then we'll go to East Central.
Right.
And I'm like, just stand here. I'll be done in 60 seconds. Well, of course, after 45 seconds, I walk out. Cappy's not in front of my door. I'm like, where'd this guy go? I walk to the bullpen, and he's talking to Mario. Hey, Mario.
Yeah.
Because it was an LAFC game.
Right.
And he's talking to him about, like, a friend who wants to buy into a Mexican league soccer team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Cappy, what are you doing, man? You're always scheming.
Well, why is it scheming? Why is it not just doing Bennett? Why is it a scheme?
Mario's in the middle of a broadcast. You're like, hey, my friend wants to buy into the Mexican league.
No, I said, hey, what's the name of this one team? And then I didn't know the name of the league. So he was like talking about all these teams in Spain. And I'm like, no, Mexico. And then he started naming like every team in Mexico. And I'm like, well, I'll know it when I hear it. And I never heard it, and then Chris is like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I got a call from a buddy yesterday. They're buying a piece of this Mexican soccer team. He tells me they're like the Manchester United of Mexico, but I can't think of the name. And he's like, who calls people to talk about buying pieces of teams? Like, I don't know. I just got a couple of buddies that are into it,
In 30 seconds, we'll answer the tease. But first, let me tell you this. Tonight at 6 p.m., after DeMarco and Travis, don't miss a brand new edition of Lakers Talk with Andy Kamenetsky. By the way, Andy was good yesterday with Ireland. Yeah,
good.
I enjoyed that.
Nice.
Andy will be taking your calls and giving us hope and fear as the final week of the season is upon our beaten up purple and gold. Followed at 8 p.m. by the Meet the Partners podcast, where I had the privilege of sitting down with Todd Goldstein, the Chief Revenue Officer of AEG and LA Live. That's tonight on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. What?
My
Cappy,
brother, Goldstein.
real quick.
Oh, he's a brother.
My man.
Just to wrap this conversation up. So, Chris, Marcel Hall, yes, very much still into the ministry with his wife. His kids are grown. He's still a monster USC fan. So we should during football season, I'd love to literally just have him on just to especially if they lose. Oh my God, he would go bonkers.
Yeah, but you told me they're not going to lose.
Right. You said they're going to the playoff next year.
Losing every game.
Well, I do believe that, but they're still going to lose some games. It's not like they're going to go undefeated.
Oh,
fight on.
Yeah.
let's
And
have
by the
him
way,
on.
Cappy, is it Club America that you're talking about?
No, I don't know if it was Club America. I got to get back to my guy and find
Cruz
out what the name
Azul.
of the team. You know what? I'm going to text him.
Is
and
it
find
La
out.
Liga?
Hey, La Liga.
It is in
No, La Liga
It
is the
in-
Spanish league.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that was my mess up.
CONCACAF.
I thought it was La Liga, too.
No.
Is it the CONCACAF?
No, it's not the CONCACAF.
CONCACAF.
I'm finding out.
That's still going on, right? The CONCACAF?
Yeah.
You're thinking Liga MX?
See.
It's not La Liga. La Liga is the one in Spain.
Right.
Liga
Close,
MX
though.
is
Right.
the Mexican.
Right,
league.
but that was where I screwed up. I
What
was
about La Ling? He was a rat. He was a rat in Carlito's way.
Who
Yeah, he
was?
had the
La
wine.
Ling.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, all
Yeah.
right. So let's talk about this, Cappy. You asked who's sticking around from this Laker team.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is not a lot, I would guess.
I would as well. I mean, if I were JJ and I thought, you know what? Listen, we're 15-2 in the month of March, and things are rolling pretty good here. And even if I don't love the roster, a lot of the warts are being covered up by the play of Luka and the play of AR and really the play of LeBron. And guys are being inspired to want to give more and play harder because they're seeing the superstars give everything they got. Then four guys.
I'm looking at this roster right now.
Let me hear what you got.
Luke Kennard, probably
In.
back.
I like Luke Kennard.
Jake LaRavia, probably back.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't make a lot of money, so that's easy.
He's under contract for 6 next year.
Right. Totally manageable contract.
Yep.
Adu Thero.
Okay.
I mean, he's a rookie.
Yep.
Under
Got
contract.
a rookie
2 mil.
contract.
Yep.
Yeah. I love, by the way, JJ's like, yeah, he's I like his energy. It's like, yeah, because he hasn't played it all. So, he's energetic. He's young.
Well, I think he, I watched him play a little bit. I actually just watched him play in the G League recently. There are tools there. There is no question. He just he's incredibly raw, though. He needs to be refined in a lot of ways, both offensively and defensively, but you can't teach the athleticism that kid has. That's
yeah.
for sure.
I mean, I remember one time during the season, he came off the bench, and this guy had been sitting on the bench for three and a half quarters. And he came off the bench, and in the first time he touched the ball, he just put down a monster dunk. And I'm like, bro, stretch out a little bit, loosen up, get a lather going. This brother came off the bench and just put one down. So, yeah, he's a good athlete.
Can we do it this way, Sedano? Can I name off guys that are not under contract for next year?
Oh, that'd
and then
be
you,
okay.
and you tell
Let's
me
do
whether
that,
they
sure.
bring them back and for
well,
how
but
much.
even if they're under contract, they could be traded.
Yeah, sure. I'll just name a bunch of guys. You tell me if they should come back,
right?
Yeah,
and how much
should or should not.
Right. So we'll leave the top guys up for the end of it. But a guy, let's start with Luke Kennard. So he's not under contract this year. You say yes for how much?
I'd bring him back.
Yeah, I like him
for the same amount, $11 million, $12 million.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay, Maxi Kleba is not under contract.
I'd say he's expendable.
I mean, if you brought him back on a veteran's minimum, fine, I guess.
But what does he really help? I mean, what is his contribution?
I mean, Luka and him have played together a lot. So
okay, so if you hire a guy for $12 million because he played with Luka at some point, okay,
he's not getting $12 million though.
What's he
He's going to get a veteran's minimum,
which would be how much?
Probably 2.5.
Okay, well that's pennies in the NBA. So okay, fine, but he doesn't really do much for you.
Yeah, he was $11 million this year. So if he's
right, but that's not happening.
Yeah,
he's
that's
not
not
getting $11 million.
Okay.
Okay, so Marcus Smart. He has an option for 5.3.
He's going to opt out of that.
Yeah, he can make more money than that.
So you bring him back?
I would like to.
Sure.
I'd like to bring him back. I mean,
I'd bring him back in the $12 million-ish range. Yeah.
Okay, give him a little bit of a bump.
I think this team was significantly different without him. Even with the top 3 stars, he brings something defensively, attitude-wise, toughness-wise. I like Marcus Smart. I like what he brings.
I agree. I just think I don't pay him a ton because I still worry about, and I'd be very careful with the contract and the way it's framed because he has become injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Connect is on a team option $4 million.
See you later.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Don't have much need for him.
Jackson Hayes not under contract.
I would bring Jackson Hayes back on a small contract. Sure.
But I don't think JJ would he?
I think he would. I think he's turned on in a good way on Jackson.
I would say that Jackson Hayes last season, when he couldn't get off the bench, remember the game that they started Maxi Kleba?
Mm-hmm.
I would say at that point, that was when Jackson Hayes probably should have wanted to leave. But I will give this kid a lot of credit. It takes guts to go back to a team where you were embarrassed and benched and couldn't get off the bench when you were the starter, and you're not going to be the starter, and you're still going to be a contributor, and you're going to have a good team attitude. I thought Jackson Hayes proved to be a great team guy this year.
Okay,
when most guys just have too big of egos to do that.
How about Jared Vanderbilt, $12 million? He's under contract.
Well, last night ended that.
Yeah.
No, and seriously, like if last night didn't happen, I still think, George, we'd probably be out on Vanderbilt.
No, they'd be out on him anyway.
But I think last night sealed his fate. That if you are a guy that's going to break up a fight between your coach and your star player, that makes you a really great, valuable teammate. But when everybody's hurt and everybody's out and the coach is barking at you that you're not getting it done and you're going to go back at the coach, and then, again, I don't know if he left the bench area or if he was kicked off the bench. My gut tells me he left. That is some unprofessional crapola, man.
All right, now it's starting to get a little bit tough. So Rui Hachimura is not under contract. He made 18.2 this year. So that means if you're going to bring him back, it's going to go up. Gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
And by the way, I like
Gone.
Rui, but not – I mean, why would I want to spend $18 million on Rui when I think I could spend $18 or $20 million and upgrade the position?
100%. I'm fully with you on that one. Okay, now the last two guys. Austin Reeves has a player option, obviously not going to pick that up. Do you bring him back for $40 to $50 million?
I mean, I think you may have to. You're hoping he takes less.
When you say less, let's just – because we've talked about LeBron a lot this year and what LeBron might consider doing next year and going from $50 million to blank. What do you think is a realistic number where Austin Reeves says, now, wait a second, let me think about this, okay? I can make $40 million from this team, or I could make blank with the Lakers. I can be in L.A., I can be with the franchise I know. I can play for the coach I like. I can be Batman's or Robin right next to Luka. What's a realistic number to say, you know what? The smart basketball business decision is to stay with the Lakers. What's that number, George? Contemplate. Think about it. Marinate it. Breathe on it.
Do you call that a sigh, Cappy?
It's a sigh. It's a sigh. It's
No, it's a think.
It's a thing.
But I want to say this. There's a big difference between a nose sigh, which that is what you just heard, versus a mouth sigh. A mouth sigh, right?
There is a difference.
Right, George?
Yes. Yeah. So if his contract is the $240 million variety
over 4 years,
for
yep.
5 years.
5 years.
It starts at like 41 and change. But let's just call it 42 to keep a round number.
Okay.
42. I'd hope he would take like 37 at least.
Oh, my number was going to be less.
What's your number?
35 to 37. I would hope he would take, but I don't believe he's going to leave money on the table because he bet on himself.
I was going to say $30 million. I was going to actually give myself a 25% hometown discount, and I was going to say $30 million. And George, but
yeah, I think that's unrealistic.
But I guess I got to really think to myself, if I'm in Austin Reeves' shoes, right, and I could make $35 million with the Lakers, or I could make, let's just call it $40 million with name your team. I mean, what's a real? He's not going to go to Portland. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to go to some team where A, he's the number one, and B, he's going to a place where he got to carry everybody, and C, they haven't been very good. He's got to know, and his agents have to know, he's a really nice number two. He's not somebody's number one. So I would, if I were Austin Reeves.
Yeah, but they're just their job is to maximize money.
Right. And again, I would argue that if you're on the Lakers, you have much more earning potential off the floor than if you played for the Trailblazers and you were making more in base salary. So I would for me, the difference between $35 million and $42 million, and I know that $7 million is a crap ton of money for everybody else in the world, but if I'm an NBA player and I have the choice of playing for the Lakers for a discount or playing for, I don't know, the Nets for more money, I'll stay with the Lakers. And by the way, I know that probably shocks everybody that I would take a discount, but I would.
All right, it's the last one, Sedano. The biggest name of all, LeBron James.
I mean, I would bring him back at the right contract.
Yeah, what's the number?
I don't know what that number is for him, though. Like, I don't know if he's making, what, 50?
Yep. 52.6 this year, yeah.
if LeBron was in that Austin, in that same range, I would want for Austin. I would consider it. You know what I mean? If like LeBron is under 40, like in that 35 to 37 range, I'd consider it.
All right.
Now you're looking at it, but so you have Luka at $49-50 million. Then you
that's going to go up because the extension is going to kick in sooner rather than later. But for next year, right?
Yeah, it's $50 million for next year. So, but then you're talking about Austin Reeves for $35 million plus LeBron for $35 million. You're right. You're getting close.
Right,
to
you're at
your
120
cap
some odd million.
Yeah, and that's right around your cap.
All right, but let's have this discussion. You ready? Now you have a choice.
Yeah, but you can go over for your own players. You have bird rights, so that gets a little more complicated than you're making it out to.
Right,
but
bird rights or bird?
Bird.
Oh,
These
I
are
thought you said bird.
No, these
bird.
are
I'm
not
good with
bird
the
rights.
bird rights if
these
you want
are
to go
bird
bird
rights.
rights.
We have bird rights here.
We got to get bird rights
across the street. Yeah.
But
bird rights.
But we're basically getting rid of everybody on the roster minus Luka, LeBron, and maybe Austin. So then you're looking at if there's nobody, if it's just Luka by himself, you're looking at having $70 million in cap.
But
space?
again, remember, so the salary cap next year will be $165 million. Okay, so you'd still have about 40 some odd million to play with, and that doesn't even count your exceptions and veteran minimums. So I mean, I'd have to do the math, but you'd have some wiggle room if both those guys took a discount, but I don't see that happening.
Well, let me ask you this, guys. Here, let everybody answer this question. We've just gone through this roster, and there's only a couple of pieces that we all would like to have back. I'm sure the Lakers feel probably very similar. Yes. But now let's just say it comes down to this. You got to make a decision. It's $40 million for Austin Reeves, or it's $40 million for LeBron, and I'm just saying it in this way. It's not both. It's one or the other. Now, if you were faced with the one or the other decision, and it's the numbers are the same, $40 million for LeBron, $40 million for Austin Reeves, pick which one you want to keep because you can't keep them both.
All right, let's do that on the other side because we're over the break.
That's
here.
a good tease.
That was a good tease. Plus,
unintentionally.
So we're going to do that. Plus, we got Bergey's Oregon.
And then the three things for Berg, right? Berg's got three more things.
For Lakers or the Dodgers?
He'll always have three things.
You got three things for the Dodgers? Are we hopping on the Oregon, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing both.
Oh. It's odd that we're going to do both in that time frame, but I want to do it.
I mean, we'll at least give it a try. If we don't, we carry it over. That's it.
Yeah, Laling.
Who?
Laling from Carlitos Way.
Oh, that's not the soccer league?
Come on, Mexico. Okay. I can't walk.
Yeah. Have you really never seen Carlitos Way?
No, I have, but I haven't seen it like in a long. And it's not one of those movies like Goodfellas or.
You don't think
absolutely
Carlitos Way is not memorable?
No. What I'm saying
100% you're wrong.
No, hold on. I haven't seen it as many times, so I don't know it as well. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Maybe I should go back and watch it.
You should.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. We should all watch it together.
Okay.
Gail, let's go down to the Bahamas.
Didn't I send you a scene from that movie a couple weeks ago?
No, that was from Bronx Tale.
Oh, see, those
what
two
are you
movies.
talking about?
No, those two movies. I don't have them. I don't have those in my repertoire.
747. Let's talk about our friends at VisionWorks.
So I was a little jealous yesterday because Bergie and I took a walk to lunch yesterday, and we were walking down to the Whole Foods, and Bergie's got on his brand new Prada glasses, right?
Love them.
And he's got the ones, what do they call them? I think they're called transitions. So when you go outside, your glasses turn into sunglasses. So you literally only need one pair of glasses. The glasses that I'm wearing right now, these Ferragamos that I got from VisionWorks, they also have the transition. So when I go outside, I can do the sunglass thing, and they're like, UV protectant and polarized and whatever. And so really what I say about VisionWorks is they have saved my life because last night I was wearing these glasses full time, and Chris was like, well, you got to wear them all the time to get used to them.
Because he was complaining about how he can't get used to the three levels.
Well, it takes an adjustment, things up close, you can see, but then it's the distance thing that's really saved me. And thank you, VisionWorks, for helping me, but thanks to everybody else because I'm safer on the roads than ever before because, Linz, we went to VisionWorks in Santa Ana, and look at these beauties that I'm rocking today.
Yep, those are your, what do you call them? Your Sally Jesse Raphael Ferragamo frames that I helped you pick out. But if you don't have someone like me to help you pick out your frames, it's okay because VisionWorks makes shopping simple. They organize all the frames by shape and by price, and they have a huge selection. They also have everything listed online at visionworks.com, so you can pick out your frames on there. And while you're at it, you can schedule an appointment at visionworks.com. You can even check to make sure that they take your insurance. Right, Christopher?
And listen, if you don't have insurance, let's say you don't have vision insurance, go in and see our friends at VisionWorks because they've got great prices. They've got great selection. They're going to make it worth your while. My parents just went there over the weekend. Yeah, they got down in the eye exam room, but more importantly, they were blown away by the great customer service and the great selection at VisionWorks. As I like to say, it's tax time. You get your tax refund. Don't waste your money on chicharrones or jock straps.
Jock straps?
What, do people still wear jock straps?
I don't know, man.
Do you?
Yeah, I haven't worn one in a long time. I haven't worn one in a really long time. Very comfortable, though. Very supportive.
Well, don't waste your money on a jock strap or chicharrones. Go in and spend it on your eyes. Hold on. Sedano's messing with the mic. Spend it on your eyes at VisionWorks. Take care of your health. Go see our friends at VisionWorks. They got the BOGO. 2 pairs, 1 easy decision. Buy one, get one free at VisionWorks when we return in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Bergie's 3 things, and we'll answer the tease. It was a brilliant tease. That's next on a Windy Wednesday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Big boy.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Red Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, this is Baba Booey from Yachtly Crew, and you're listening to 710 ESPN Sedano and Kap.
Hey, what's up, my friends? This is Sailor Hawkins from Yachtly Crew, and you're listening to Sedano and Kap here on ESPN 710 LA. Jack.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
7:53. Good morning. You hear our friends, Yachtly Crew, Sailor Hawkins, the leader of the band and the main drummer, and on vocals. He was there last night at the game, Cappy. We got to press the flesh with Sailor Hawkins and his awesome daughter. They were in the Michael Thompson seats. And we're getting ready for next Thursday night in Cerritos. Yachtly Crew performing at the Cerritos Center for Performing Arts. It's going to be a party. And I believe you and I are going to be on stage bringing them on.
I got my whole sailor costume ready to go. I got my hat.
You got your jock strap?
Yeah, I will rock the jock. Yes, I'll do the whole thing. Hey, George, by the way, you're going to love this. So Chris and I last night we go to see the guys from Yachtly Crew and daughter, and we hang out, hug it out, love it out, take some pictures, post them all over social media, whatever. We get back up to the suite and we get a text, and it says, "Hey, I'm here at the bar getting a beer," and the bartenders both are like, "Hey, man, you're the dude from Yachtly Crew." And
Because just to be fair, he had a Yachtly Crew T-shirt on. So
he did. He was wearing a Yachtly Crew T-shirt. Listen, I am all for rocking your own brand and promoting your own stuff, right? I do it all the time. So they recognize the shirt and they recognize the hair, and they go, "Hey, man, you're the dude from Yachtly Crew." And he goes, "Yeah, man, that's me, And they go, "Well, the only reason we know about Yachtly Crew is because we listen to Sedano and Kap on 710. So he was stoked that they know the band, but he was even more stoked that they knew the band through us. So next Thursday night, it's on.
Yeah, we'll have more details. We'll have tickets to give away hopefully next week, and hopefully the guys from Yachtly Crew will come on in for their usual studio visit. Meanwhile, we teased it as we went to break. Bergie, it was Bergie with that amazing tease, was it not?
No, it was Cappy.
Oh, it's Cappy with that amazing tease.
But it was an unintentional amazing tease.
Cappy, why don't you reset?
Here's the deal.
So LeBron versus Austin, right?
It really, if we look at the Lakers roster now, in the aftermath of the 15-2 month, in the aftermath of 4 of your 5 starters being injured, and knowing that you probably need to win 2 games down the stretch here with what you've got left, and you are disappointed in everything that's available to you, now you start thinking about the future and who's going to stay and who's going to go. And when we went through the whole roster, we got to the Austin Reeves, LeBron James situation, and here's my question for you, everybody here. If it came down to you've got to make a choice, LeBron James at $40 million or Austin Reeves at $40 million, you can't have both. It's one or the other. George, you're the general manager. Who you keeping?
So what I think I'm going to do here, Cappy, is you've been dealing right now, okay? I mean, you're throwing fastballs at me. You're throwing curveballs at me. You're throwing changeups, splitters at me.
Hey, don't forget about a sweeper that I don't believe exists, but I'll throw that too.
What about the fork ball? You got one of those?
Yeah.
Fork ball, maybe. Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do?
Tell me.
I'm going to the bullpen. I'm bringing in the righty. And I'm gonna hold off on that one more segment. So we can play the organ and get Bergie's 3 things from the Dodgers' victory yesterday against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Going to the bullpen. Look
I wasn't
at that.
happy, though, because the bats weren't explosive like I like. I wanted them really explosive. I want 15 runs a night.
I'm glad that's what you want. That's not going to happen.
That's
but
what you're going to get.
They still got to a pitcher that is very, very good. Kevin Gausman is their starter. He is one of the best pitchers in baseball right now. He's been fantastic. His splitter that you guys were just talking about is excellent. But the 3 big things that I want to talk about, first of all, is Alex Vesia. Alex Vesia was phenomenal last night. Phenomenal. Left that right there for you. But he comes into the game into the 7th inning. Yoshinobu Yamamoto had just got 2 guys on base, and he comes in, he walks the first guy. And it's bases loaded, nobody out. And Alex Vesia proceeds to just knock down each guy over and over again. Gives up 0 runs and was just fantastic. And remember, Alex Vesia last year did not play at the Rogers Center, did not play in the World Series because his tragic loss of his daughter.
Right.
So to come to Toronto and kind of get that moment that he wanted, that he was looking for, it was great for him that he was able to do just that. He was great.
I'm just curious. So if he inherits 2 guys and he walks a guy and now he's got the bases loaded with nobody out.
Right.
I don't know if I didn't watch this level of detail yesterday. So you tell me, how did he get everybody out?
So there was a pop up.
Okay.
He had a strikeout, and then I think it was either a ground out or a pop.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Well, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah. No, he was great. And I'm just really happy for Alex Vesia that he got to have a moment like that. So it really goes to the whole bullpen itself. The bullpen has been fantastic.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah, so
totally agree.
Number 2 was Alex Freeland. So we talked about Alex Freeland yesterday. He hadn't been hitting. Since the first game, he only had 1 hit going after he had 2 in the first game and was really not doing much of anything. He just kind of broke out yesterday finally. That he had, I think he was 3 for 3.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a double. He also played great defense, which he's been doing the entire time.
Scored a couple of runs.
Yep. So the fact of the matter is that, and oh, by the way, scoring a couple runs, all 4 runs were scored by either the 8 or 9 bat hitter.
Mhm.
So the bottom of the lineup was getting on base, and then guys above were driving them in.
That's him and Freeland scored the 4 runs.
Yep, the 2 guys. So now that's your middle infield right now. So both those guys are known for their defense, and so now you have this really good defensive infield right now, and so that's great for the team. Although who knows what's going to happen once Tommy Edman and Mookie Betts come back. But it's nice to have a couple of guys like that. But I'm happy for Freeland because he was not, we were talking about it yesterday, he was not been good. He's been pretty bad offensively, and he was not walking. He wasn't doing anything. He actually did a lot of that stuff yesterday, so it was nice to see that. And the third thing is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, because Yamamoto is just one of the best pitchers in all of Yamamoto! And I wanted to hear that song.
How'd you like the way the Toronto fans, booed him? They're like, hey,
As
man.
they should.
Absolutely. Like, hey, we're not going to forget what happened last year in the World Series and the performance that you had. And boo. And yet, here we are. Dodgers have been in there for 2 games, and they've taken the 2 games.
Yep, they took the series, and as somebody on the Blue Review called it the Dodger Center instead of the Rogers Center. So from now on, up in Toronto, it's the Dodgers Center.
Even got John Schneider crazy yesterday.
Oh, see, that was so dumb.
From the game.
That was so dumb. It was fake. That was fake outrage from John Schneider. What happened there was they called Gausman for a balk.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coming out there and screaming and getting kicked out for a balk. What are you laughing at?
He just wanted to go. He wanted to go to the showers.
But there's
he
early.
did. That's exactly what it is.
Done.
Bergie,
They've had a rough start to the season.
Right.
They are decimated due to injuries to start the year. And he is absolutely just fed up already.
But it's that
I'm going to motivate
season.
my guys.
Right. Early season anxiety. You know what I mean? Early season, let me get my guys fired up. And whether it's a manager faking outrage to get tossed to hit the showers early.
It was so fake.
Or it's a freaking brawl between the Angels and the Braves yesterday.
That was awesome.
Have you guys seen that? That was nuts.
Wow.
That's the type of brawl that you want in baseball.
I don't know. I feel like somebody could have gotten really hurt.
Did you see how it happened?
Well, yeah, I saw the pitch thrown over, and then the batter standing there, and then then there was a throw down to second.
Right.
And then the pitcher's standing there, the batter's standing there, and then all of a sudden it was like, you know what? Let's just kill each other. Let's just beat each other down.
So it was Jorge Soler at that plate, and it was Ronaldo Lopez pitching. And Jorge Soler he hit a home run earlier in the game, and then Lopez was throwing high and tight on him over and over again. And when he was throwing down to second base, the catcher, Jorge Soler just sat there staring, dead-eyed, right at Lopez.
Yep.
And they won, and there was actually punches thrown.
Oh, yeah.
Ronaldo Lopez
Soler
had
took one.
Yeah, Soler
He hit him
took
in
one.
the head with a baseball.
Yeah, the baseball was in his hand, and he swung and smacked him in the jaw.
Him right in the jaw.
Yeah, I mean, he landed. And Mike Trout was kind of the guy playing peacemaker and all of that.
Of course he was.
Shocking.
And well, he don't want to get hurt.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
Everybody calm down here.
He don't want to get hurt.
Guys, can we just talk about Jalen Hurts? He's an Eagles fan.
Eagles guy. Yeah, no, it was good.
I thought that would land
that
with
was
you,
good.
but it
No,
didn't
it was
land.
very good. It was very good. It took
I thought
a
I was talking
second.
to DeMarco for
but
a
it
second.
took a second. But then once I got past it,
Oh,
I had
Sedano
that
liked
pause.
that one.
It was
Yeah.
very good. Yes, very good. So yeah, the early season, man. Get tossed out, fake your anger, and let's have a little brawl here. Just
You
to
see
get
his
things going.
face? He got his face so red. He looked like a bearded tomato.
Good name for a band. Yeah, he did. I'm just watching the video again.
Look at his
Bearded
face.
tomato.
It's so red. I want John Boy to do one of his breakdowns.
Oh, he said he's going to.
Oh, by the
He's
way,
on it.
speaking of John Boy, did you see the video last night of the old lady, heavy-set lady? I think it was a lady.
Was it lady?
No,
I thought it was a guy.
You
It
thought
was a guy.
I thought it was a guy.
It was a guy.
I thought it was a lady.
I sent it to you in the chat.
She is chasing the foul ball and goes to dive on the ground to get it, and pants come falling down, and Tushy is hanging out.
The best part of it all is that Boog Shambi doesn't say a word the whole time.
The whole broadcast was just quiet.
Right.
Until they had to do a read for the ABS,
Yep.
and then they went back to being quiet.
Oh, my God, we're watching the video right now. I literally thought this was a lady.
It's so good.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
8:02 at KSPN Los Angeles, Good Karma Brands radio station. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, by the way, the Blue Review, each weekday, 6:30 a.m. with Gregory Arthur Bergman and Marcus Grant. Watch it on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Cappy, let's talk about our friends at the Wellness Company.
Oh, great. Hey, George, check it out. So now, here's the thing about the Wellness Company is that when you get one of these kits, and they're just amazing, okay? The thing I started thinking to myself was, well, why would I have this kit in my house when I'm on the road, right? Like everybody I know is sneezing, coughing. It's been a very tough cold and
I should
flu
take it
season.
on the road with me.
Oh, no doubt, because inside of the medical emergency kit, which is like having an urgent care pharmacy right in your own home, it's got prescriptions like a Z-Pack. It's also got, different prescriptions if you were to have strep throat or sinus or ear infections, maybe a UTI. But here's the thing. Now that you've got the medical emergency kit, why would you leave it at home? Like, I literally put it in my backpack and I travel with it because I'm like, well, what if I get sick? What am I going to do? Wait 2-3 days until I get home and start this medication? You want to start your medication immediately. It is the most brilliant freaking thing, man. I swear to you, I'll tell you this. I have one buddy of mine who's a doctor, and every time I would get sick, I would call him. I say, hey, could you do me a favor? Yeah, what do you need? Hey, can you call my pharmacy and call me in a prescription for a Z-Pack? I know that's what I need. I know that's what I've got. And he'll go, yeah, sure. I've eliminated that. And when I told my doctor buddy about this from the wellness company, when I told him about having an urgent care pharmacy right in my own home, and I told him about the medical emergency kit, he was like, that's the most brilliant thing I've ever heard of. So listen, if you have kids and they go to school and they bring stuff home, you got to get this, man. It is like every medication that you would need. And then you say to yourself, well, how would I know? Like, other than a Z-Pack, how would I know what I've got and what I should take? Inside the medical emergency kit, there's a guidebook. And you go in and you find out what symptoms you're dealing with, and it will tell you what medications you are provided with and what you should take. Now, the best part of all of it is this. You should have it. It's an automatic. It's a no-brainer. But we're going to save you $45 right now when you go to urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710, and use our promo code 710. You're going to save $45. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait until you're sick to call and order one of these things. Do it right now. urgentcarekit.com/710. Use the promo code 710 and save $45 with the medical emergency kit that everybody must have.
Thank you, Cappy. 8:05 on a windy Wednesday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Let me tell you this. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach is back. Listen throughout the show today for your chance to win a pair of tickets to experience the action live in the LBC Long Beach, only with ESPN LA when we return in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Sedano will finally answer that tease. Austin or LeBron? That's next on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Feel the vibe, the speed, the adrenaline. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach roars back April 17th through 19th. It's a pulsating 200-mile-per-hour beach party. 6 races featuring the sleek MTT Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, and more. Saturday night, rock out with Kings of Chaos. Kids 12 and under free with a ticketed adult. Tickets at gplb.com. The Acura Grand Prix, April 17th through 19th. The Long Beach vibe is back.
Hey, Ty Pennington here, back teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away another brand new house. Imagine yourself in an amazing, fully furnished, multi-million-dollar home in beautiful Orange County. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. It's that easy. Visit Pechanga every Saturday to activate your entries for a chance to win a lucky key to the May 30th grand finale. I'll see you there.
Hey LA, it's Bethel Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Your trade-in is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondries and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 I-Force 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed. Double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis Pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
Hey, Laker fans. 2026 is your time to believe in yourself and succeed when you suit up with National University to pursue a career-focused degree. Take your best shot with NU's Believe and Succeed scholarship and score up to $6,000 annually toward an industry-current bachelor's or master's degree. 4 or 8-week courses, flexible online options, plus free tutoring, career counseling, and more. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Kissed your lips and you turn on my
10 minutes after 8 o'clock on a windy Wednesday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. It's a homie record, Cappy, because on this day in 1981, Rick James released the album Street Songs. This song with Tina Marie was on it, Fire and Desire.
Rick James, huh?
Yeah, Rick James.
I don't know this song at all.
Big LA record.
Yeah. And
at the time, he was dating Tina Marie. He discovered Tina Marie.
Rick James.
Yeah.
Super freak.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to hear his voice. Like,
that's his
super
voice
freak.
singing.
I know. Yeah, but I'm trying to I'm hearing super freak.
Listen to this. This is where he breaks it down. The big requested dedication record, like Jorge and Walnut to Laura. This is when he breaks it down.
You taught me so much. You showed me so much love and sensitivity.
You didn't think that he can actually sing?
Since you've been gone.
I guess for me, I'm just, I'm still just all super freaked out,
What is wrong with you?
And I just didn't know Rick James had that kind of.
Well, the best artist of all time. No, yeah, he liked to party, he liked to get down.
I feel like that's going a little far, don't you think?
What? One of the best producers of that time?
One of the best artists of all time?
Of all time? If you're, ranking them? Yeah, I would put him in the top. Here's Tina. Hold on. I'd put Rick James in the top 100.
Okay, I thought you meant, one of the top.
No.
100, it's like, okay.
I mean, if you're top 100 in tennis, you're really, really good. But if you're not top 10, you're really irrelevant, right? I mean, so Rick James, top 100.
If you were to go R&B, top 20.
Oh, top 20.
Meanwhile, we've been teasing it for 35 minutes. As Cappy posed to Sedano for next season.
Mm-hmm.
You got $40 million left.
Right.
Do you go Austin Reeves or LeBron? And Sedano's kept us on the hook. He's been teasing us, tickling us all around on this Wednesday morning.
But I think he's been thinking about it a lot. I think he's been giving it some real thought.
And I think that to provide even further context, okay, we should have the sound from the Mind the Game podcast with LeBron and Steve Nash when Steve asked him about the role that he's playing currently, which is a role that, if we recall correctly, you did not necessarily believe Cappy he was willing and capable of doing. Is that a fair assessment?
I'll go with it for right now. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will go for it.
As long as we're on the same page.
But just when you say the role, when you say the role that I didn't think he could or would, you want to just go a little further on that? Like I didn't.
You said he's not a team player.
You called him not a team player.
Come on, I don't remember saying that.
Literally exactly what you said.
And then I said to you, I said, this guy literally has made his living, almost to his detriment at times, historically, playing the right way, where he's not like he's been criticized for not taking shots and passing up shots for better shots to teammates.
Well, he always makes the right decision.
Not always.
Well,
No, he's a
that's what he
robot.
said.
But
He said
but I
that.
would say generally he does. Yes,
Okay.
I would say more so than most people.
Okay. All right.
His IQ is not to be diminished by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, he's got one of the higher IQs in the history of the sport. So let's listen to the podcast with him and Steve.
I know I have the ability to be put in any position that can fit a team win, even if it's taking away some of the things I've always done.
Yeah.
Having a little injury that I had, watching the team play and watching the team have some success, I'm sitting back and I'm like, AR and Luka look like they're just playing free. They look like when LeBron is not playing, they don't have to feel like they have to cater to me and make me feel a part of it or have to get me the ball, and it throws them out of rhythm. When I was making my way back and when I was coming back to the lineup, I went to both of them and I said, listen, don't worry about me on the floor. Whatever mindset y'all been in while I was not playing, just stay there. Be aggressive. Y'all got the ball in y'all hands. I will figure it out. Don't confuse me. I will figure it out. And I text JJ and I text one of our assistant coaches. I told him I want to talk to them too. And I told him, I will figure it out. I'm a winner and I know what I can do for this ball club in order for us to win and for those guys to be the best that they can be.
Yeah, which is basically what I thought he'd do.
Well, wait, Greg
And
is
he
back here
has.
calling him a liar, saying, no, he didn't.
Didn't what?
I don't think he went to Luka and Austin said, "Don't worry about me. You guys do your thing."
Well, why would you say that when in literally Luka's first game in the huddle, he told them, "Don't try to fit in, just do you."
Yeah, I just don't feel.
Wait,
like,
no, but answer that part of the question. Why would you say that if he literally did that the first game he hit the floor?
I think those are different things. There's a different situation. I think when he
Why
came
are
back
they
from the
different?
injury, because it's a different time of the year. Like that.
If anything, the first one is even more selfless because Luka's joining a team where he's the best player at that point, and it's not even debatable.
I'm not saying that he's not a selfless player. I'm just saying that at some point, like, I don't know, that doesn't sound realistic to me that he's going to them.
What do you
He's
mean it doesn't sound realistic to you? Why would it not sound realistic?
Because I don't think he's going to them and saying, "Hey, don't worry about me. I'm going to get mine. You guys are playing so
Why?
free."
But again, you haven't answered why. You've been
you're
telling
on the
me you don't
witness
believe it,
stand
but
now,
why?
He knows him. He knows him. That's
you are on the
why.
witness stand now, Bergie.
He's a personal
So,
friend
no,
of
but
his.
I
The
be
light is
curious.
shining on
look, it's just the why that I'm curious about because you have I don't believe, but you don't have a why.
No, because I've heard I listen to a lot of LeBron things, and obviously you're the LeBron. What do
Wait.
you call
You
yourself?
listen to a lot of LeBron things. What does that even mean?
Well, no, like
Oh no, Bergie.
no,
Oh,
bad.
no, this
This
is
is
not
bad.
Gonna go well.
I've been.
We're
you
going to
always-
tease the answer another hour now.
He is going to. He is.
I
going
really
to
want to
just
hear what he has to say.
word
Look,
by
I
word, he's gonna tear it apart.
just don't believe that is what happened.
So it's just you just don't believe it. It's not because of you have any tangible evidence as to why you wouldn't believe
there's
it.
no tangible. I'm not sitting next to LeBron.
I'm
Why
just
would he
saying,
make
like,
it
is
up?
there even any? Is
Because
there any
he makes up a lot
previous
of things.
behavior? What previous behavior would even make you believe that he's not? He didn't do that. That he's lying about that.
I think that he just says things sometimes on record.
No,
just to
there's
say-
a
to make
difference
it-
between him saying like, "Hey,
Hey,
you
help me
know,
out here,
I read
Cal.
a
I'm
book."
Well, this
I'm
is
just
on you,
waiting.
Bergie,
I'm
because
waiting.
you knew all our mics were off. The sound was playing, and you knew when you said something, Lindsay was going to lock
I
in.
know she was going to
Because-
lock right in on it.
because
Yeah.
here's the
Right,
thing.
but again, there's a difference between like LeBron saying, "Yeah, I've read a book," and saying that he's actually spoken to his teammates on the record on his own podcast. Which, by the way, if I recall correctly, his coach actually said something similar not that long ago.
I don't remember the JJ saying it, but he probably did. I just don't remember it. But look, this is just my opinion.
But
when I
again,
listen-
what it shows is
I don't have I don't have tangible evidence.
You've
I don't
never
sit
liked
next
him.
to them.
You've
Oh,
been
no.
saying
See,
that he
this
should
is now-
be gone.
No, okay, you're just
when
creating
you were on
narratives
Mason in
at this
Ireland
point.
for years. You said he should be gone. You don't want him back. You've been saying this for years.
See,
Come
that-
back
that's
to him,
So
Bergie.
again,
Come
you're
back to him.
bringing
out
what
of
you're
context.
doing is you are bringing bias to the table.
Bergie, come back to right now. Right now, at this point of the argument of the debate, you come back to Sedano and go, "Yes, it's true. I said all of those things." While simultaneously, you've been glazing LeBron for all
Right,
of
and
these
you know what I would
years.
say to you is
call him the
I have
glazer.
been the one. I've been the one person who's been objective about him in the sense of when he plays like crap, I'll tell you, he's not playing to his standard. When I've told you, when I was the one that said this isn't going to work a few weeks ago because they didn't have time, or a few months ago now, because they weren't going to have enough time to make it work. Not because I didn't believe he was capable of trying to figure it out or find his space, but because the time was going to be the issue, because they were snake bitten. But you could say I'm glazing him all you want, but that would be a crock of crap is what I would say.
And I would say
because when he plays poorly, I'm the first one out there because I know all the minions out there are going to be like, oh, what are you going to say about LeBron now? He didn't play well. And you are definitely going to be one of those minions that are going to get on me. And Bergie's just going to saddle up right next to you. But there is no question that I can be objective. You two have never, ever been objective. I've said this to you, Cappy. What the hell are you going to do when LeBron retires? Because you got nothing other than LeBron at this point, right?
This is the problem. This is the problem. Sorry, Kevin.
You should have laid out so he went after Cappy.
Don't you just? But shouldn't I say the same thing? What are you going to do when LeBron?
What am I
retires?
going to do?
Yeah,
I got plenty to talk about, Jack. I can talk about anything you want. Pick your poison right now.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't you spend a lot more time beating up on DeAndre, and it's his fault today? How about that?
Well, DeAndre Ayton is the guy that needs to step up when the two top guys are out. Isn't he the former number one overall pick? Isn't he the guy that said he doesn't want to be Clint Capella? Well, show us you ain't Clint Capella, dog.
He's just had
you
trouble
let Drew
catching
Timmy
the ball.
outplay you. That guy wasn't even drafted.
Well, let me just say this, Berg. I'm with you in this way. Listen, LeBron said it, and I thought he said it very, very well in that soundbite.
No, but Bergman doesn't believe him. So there's that.
It was that part that I didn't believe.
Let me tell you what I do believe.
Wait, really quick.
Let me tell you what I do believe. I do believe that LeBron sat on the bench and watched Luka and AR, as he said, play very freely and play very well and win games without him. And LeBron, being a smart basketball player that he is,
and a winner,
was able to sit back and go, and a winner.
I'm a winner.
And to sit back and go, why are these guys playing so well without me? And then he came to a realization, and he said it in the soundbite. Hey, guys, stop trying to just appease me. Stop trying to just make it about me. You're the younger players. You guys are better at this stage of your career. I'm analyzing it from the bench. I'll come back and be part of the winning, but I don't have to be the one. You guys don't have to give me the ball as if I'm the one. I can be the three. So from the bench, he's smart enough to look at these two guys and go, hey, you know what? They're playing a free style, and when I'm on the floor, they're playing very uptight. So I do need to communicate to them that this is what they should probably do so that we can win together. Now, the one mistake I made, and I will admit this is I gave credit to JJ. I said that JJ went to these guys and went, hey, you do this, and you do this, and we'll actually win. And I was wrong, because what LeBron just told us is JJ didn't do anything. It was LeBron who did it all. It was LeBron who deserves all the credit for the month that they had in the month of March.
And here's where I will push back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
JJ's the first person that will tell you that the teams that are the best are the player-led teams. He knows that because he was a player. So, yes, while he's got to hope that those three guys figure that part out. He's got to. He can push, he can nudge, he's already said a lot of that stuff. If he's telling people like us on the record that that's the thing that he wants the most from those three guys, for months he's been saying they got to figure it out. They have to not take turns. They have to be player-led. Those are the best teams. He's saying that on the record to the broadcast teams. You don't think he's saying that to his team at some point? And then they take the bull by the horn in this scenario and act out on what he's been imploring them to do while guys have been in and out of the lineup, and they did do that. So they deserve credit. He deserves credit for telling them that because he is, the one part you've been right about is he's kind of like, since he's the elder statesman, because he is who he is, there is going to be a level of deferring to him.
I would call it respect.
Correct.
And a
so
bit
a level
of intimidation,
deferring to him.
right?
Yes,
and what he's saying to them is don't defer.
Right.
Let me figure it out.
And you know why?
By the way, we talked about this too. It's the exact same thing that Dwayne Wade did for him. By the way, Dwayne Wade was a lot younger than LeBron for sure when he did that. But it's the exact same thing. He's literally lived through it on the other side.
Yeah, but you know why he did that? Based on what he's telling us in this soundbite, you know why he did that? Is because in the 3 games that he was hurt, that they won without him, they played better without him. However, what he did was he analyzed from the bench and said, you know what? These guys are playing better without me. Why is that?
I think we should play it again.
Okay, so listen carefully to the point where he talks about, and I don't think the word is deferred. I don't think that's what he said. But his point is, I'm watching from the bench, and I'm seeing them play free and loose. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, how can I fit into that? Go ahead, play it.
Right. So let's pause on the playing it. Let's talk about our friend. We were in the suite with him last night, just because we got to clear out some space for Windy Wednesday coming up. But we will play it again momentarily. Look at this beautiful man's face. Seeing him in person, kissing both sides of his cheek, holding his hand for a moment and saying, Jacob Emrani, I love you. And then we did a great social media post with him.
Yeah.
Beautiful family was in the suite. It was Jacob's sweet night in the ESPN LA suite, Cappy.
Yeah.
And what a night we had.
And, George, I know we're going to talk about Jacob Emrani and the law offices of and call Jacob. But you know what? Just the real guy with his wife last night, with his children last night, with his employees last night. You just understand how much people love him and what a real guy he is. And that real guy is the guy that is out there fighting for people when they get into bad accidents.
Oh, man, absolutely. Listen, I've run into Jacob all over town over the years with his family and his employees, and he is as giving as they come. And yesterday's a perfect example of that. And here's the deal. It will work in your favor, too. As a member, he's a part of our family. You are our family. We're all family together here. So family looks out for each other. So whether you're riding the bus, let's just say, for example, right? It should be safe, right?
Agreed.
But when a bus driver speeds, runs a light, or hits another vehicle, passengers can get thrown around and get seriously hurt.
Yeah.
And if you've been injured in a bus crash here in L.A., you might be facing steep medical costs and lost wages.
Oh, yeah, big time. And Jacob Emrani and his team, they've got years of experience of dealing with bus accident cases, man. They will sit down with you. They will listen to your story. They will explain exactly what you're entitled to. And that's why you call that phone number that we all now know and we all sing together.
It's 800-345-6789 for a free obligation consultation. No obligation consultation, Cappy. That's 1-800-345-6789. And check out the website, calljacob.com. So, and what else, Cappy? What do you got to tell people to remember?
Well, I'm going to tell you guys this. You don't pay unless Jacob wins. So if a bus accident has turned your life upside down, let Call Jacob help you get back on track. And, Chris, how did you like the way that last night he kind of harmonized with us, the 6-7.
Oh, he's into it. He loves
really
it.
likes it.
Yeah, he likes it.
I squeezed his hand when we did the 6-7.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, you should look at his hair because he got great hair.
Oh, he's got amazing
I
hair.
know. So you were talking about putting that stuff in your hair, that schmutz that you put in your hair? What do you call that?
The schmutz.
Topic.
As
Topic.
opposed to going with a schmata.
Right. No. You put the schmutz on your hair? Jacob, don't put no schmutz in that hair.
Well, we don't know for sure.
Well, I can look at it and pretty much analyze it.
Yeah, but I think that when I first met you, I thought you put that schmutz in your hair,
No
but you
schmutz.
don't.
No schmutz.
You should put
Cappy's got those nice curls.
But you should put a little in the back now.
A little bit.
I'll put a little back there for
Really?
you.
'Cause
Nobody will notice.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you later. But right now, let's
Cappy,
play.
You're 55 or 56 years old.
Let's play
if
the
you got a little bit thinning in the back, it's fine.
Really?
We can put some schmutz back there.
Gosh,
Oh,
darn it.
now you've made them all sensitive
Yeah,
about
now I'm going to be like super paranoid. I'm going to walk around with a mirror and like look over.
Just before you get ready, when we're both at the D Central, come to my room first. I'll schmutz you, and then you can go downstairs.
You know what? You schmutzing me sounds pretty good.
It does. All right, 827.
That also does not sound.
Before we take a timeout for Windy Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we play the soundbite one more time, Windsy?
I know I have the ability to be put in any position that can fit a team win, even if it's taking away some of the things I've always done.
Yeah.
Having a little injury that I had, watching the team play and watching the team have some success, I'm sitting back and I'm like, AR and Luka look like they're just playing free. They look like when LeBron is not playing, they don't have to feel like they have to cater to me and make me feel a part of it or have to get me the ball, and it throws them out of rhythm. When I was making my way back and when I was coming back to the lineup, I went to both of them and I said, listen, don't worry about me on the floor. Whatever mindset y'all been in while I was not playing, just stay there. Be aggressive. Y'all got the ball in y'all hands. I will figure it out. Don't confuse me. I will figure it out. And I text JJ and I text one of our assistant coaches. I told him I want to talk to them too. And I told him, I will figure it out. I'm a winner and I know what I can do for this ball club in order for us to win and for those guys to be the best that they can be.
I'll tell you,
don't cater to me.
Berkey's got chutzpah. He's back here laughing again.
Defer, cater, it's all.
It's the same. It's the
Berkey's
same word.
laughing at LeBron again during that thing.
Tell him, Berg. You don't believe him. Tell him.
When we continue in 2 minutes and 45 seconds, we'll continue to react. We'll also get Windy's thoughts as Windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst will be in here after first take, as I believe he's getting off the set now. Plus, maybe Sedano will finally answer the question. With that $40 million, LeBron or Austin Reeves?
I can just end the conversation right now.
Actually, no, let's tease it. Because maybe we'll get Windy's thoughts, too. It is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Windy Wednesday. We're back in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Something.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
April brings showers, and I'm bringing soap. Lots of it. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Comedy icon Eddie Griffin takes the stage Friday, April 17th. Get your tickets now.
Number 2.
Get a 3-piece mixing bowl set the 14th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Win a Polaris Razor Pro R Ultimate. Earn entries playing your favorite table games. Be here April 30th, 10 p.m. for your chance to win.
Morongo, good times.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
He's just had trouble catching the ball.
What's going on? It's Chris Morales. Here in Los Angeles, our water is filled with chemicals and chlorine. That's why I got a LifeSource whole house water system. LifeSource cleans and conditions water from every tap. Healthier water made easy. No salt, no regular maintenance, and no more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Ugh. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'll never go back. For April, ask for the ESPN LA special. Get $500 off and free installation for new customers. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
8:31 on a Wednesday tonight at 6 p.m. after DeMarco and Travis. Don't miss a brand new edition of Lakers Talk with Andy Kamenetsky. Andy will be taking your calls and giving us hope and fear as the final week of the season is upon our beaten up purple and gold. Followed at 8 p.m. by the Meet the Partners podcast. I have the pleasure of sitting down with Todd Goldstein, the Chief Revenue Officer of AEG and LA Live. That's tonight starting at 6 p.m. right here on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Windy Wednesday. We're back in 1 minute from right now.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani.
800-345-6789. With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
8:33, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Windy Wednesday. Cappy, on this day in 2016, Daddy Yankee released the song Shaky Shaky.
Daddy Yankee. with
Shaky,
some
shaky, shaky.
Yeah.
Say what you really want to say, Cappy.
Daddy Yankee?
Yep, I knew it.
Yeah. That's because Laura the Queen,
I know. She
she told
you.
me that it was Daddy Yankee, and I'm like, wait, the guy's name is Daddy Yankee? I thought it was Daddy Yankee.
Well, because in Spanish,
With an accent,
it's not
yeah.
Yankee. They
Oh.
don't say it like that. They say Yankee.
They don't say Daddy Yankee?
They say Daddy Yankee.
They don't say Papa Yankee?
No, they don't say Papa.
Okay. All right, well, I'm just going to be...
She is right.
I'm gonna-
He goes by Daddy Yankee.
Okay, I'm going to call him Daddy... Well, that's what... I thought by calling him Daddy Yankee, I thought I sounded cool and authentic.
No, you got to say Dottie Yankee.
Oh, Dottie? Not Daddy?
Daddy Yankee.
Oh, Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee. See.
It's also empanada.
It's what?
Empanada day.
It's empanada day?
Empanada. There's no nya.
There's
I
no
put the
name?
nya. I put the nya.
You put the nya.
I put the nya.
Really?
There's no
no
nya.
N-Y.
Yeah, there wasn't.
No, it's just a regular N.
Because I was thinking of
Espanol
you.
NA.
So here's what happened. I was thinking about you in the suite last night with the torta sandwich
Yeah.
and the chicken tortas.
Yeah, so
And
good.
you were out of control.
God, they were
so
so
then I
good.
was going to say empanada, and then I went nya, and then I threw myself off.
It's not empanada.
Empanada. Oh, here comes
Empanada.
Windy. Here, yes, that's right. I'm dressed up. I'm tired of you walking in here.
He hooked
suited
it
and
over
booted,
here. He literally was
and
just on the TV.
And I'm a schlepper. Okay, so if you're going to come in here all dressed up, looking like the stud that you are, with another beautiful tie, by the way. Oh, nice tie. Yes, I'm going to put on a jacket, and and next week I'll have a tie. This week I didn't have a tie. I didn't have the right shirt for a tie, and I haven't worn a tie in many years. And then about 2 weeks ago, Sedano challenged me to tie a bow tie, which I, of course, right away said no problem, and couldn't do it.
And then you couldn't do it.
I know, embarrassing.
The great Brian Windhorst is getting his IFB in. You can put those headphones down. You don't need that, Windy.
No, look at that
Look
hair.
at Windy. Looking
God,
great.
look at
That
that.
hair
I
looks
know.
amazing.
It's a lot of
Windy,
product.
did you take the picture of
got
the
it.
product? Oh, beautiful.
I got it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I let him down last week.
You didn't
Look,
let
you've
me
got your
down.
glasses and everything. You've got your pocket square.
Oh yeah, right. And look, coordinate. You got to coordinate.
Yeah, but this is the last NBA countdown.
It is
This Wednesday.
okay. Then what happens?
I'll be back.
Okay.
But, my schedule's going to be off, so I may not be suited when I come in.
Okay. Hey, listen. Let's just make a pact between us. Okay.
Yeah. A pact.
When you are suited, you let me know.
Okay.
And then
And Cappy will be booted.
And then if you don't, and if I don't hear from you, I know it's okay to wear
All right.
sweats.
All right. All right. All right. You good deal. Because it's going to be. The thing about it is basketball. The playoffs have started. Stephen A.
Oh,
he likes to have me on with Mad Dog because we can team up on him 2-1 on Wednesday.
Okay. Well, it's kind of the way me and Bergie just beat the ever living hell out of Sedano every day.
Yeah, right.
We just crush him every day and just tell him he don't know what he's talking
So
about.
let me ask you a question, Brian.
Right, Bergie.
We should play him. We should play him the clip and not give our opinions and see what he
Correct.
thinks.
Okay.
Play the clip, and just the question is, do you believe LeBron in what he says here?
I know I have the ability to be put in any position that can fit a team win, even if it's taking away some of the things I've always done.
Yeah.
Having a little injury that I had, watching the team play and watching the team have some success, I'm sitting back and I'm like, AR and Luka look like they're just playing free. They look like when LeBron is not playing, they don't have to feel like they have to cater to me and make me feel a part of it or have to get me the ball, and it throws them out of rhythm. When I was making my way back and when I was coming back to the lineup, I went to both of them and I said, listen, don't worry about me on the floor. Whatever mindset y'all been in while I was not playing, just stay there. Be aggressive. Y'all got the ball in y'all hands. I will figure it out. Don't confuse it. I will figure it out. And I text JJ and I text one of our assistant coaches. I told him I want to talk to them too. And I told him, I will figure it out. I'm a winner and I know what I can do for this ball club in order for us to win and for those guys to be the best that they can be.
So the question is not because that's what he did do. The question isn't what that's what was seen. The question is whether you think it was his idea. That's what the
No. Do you believe he went up and did what he said he did?
that he went and talked to JJ first and then
talked to Austin and Luka.
I have no doubt the conversations took place. Whose idea it was, that I'm not sure about. he says it's his idea, and typically in this situation, like if you're a coach for 5 seconds or 5 years or 5 decades, you're going to make your star player look like anything was his idea, especially if it's a shrunken role. But I don't know, George. I don't know. But like, if that's the way it needs to be, like, I mean, anybody could have watched this team and said that 2 of the 3 when they play are it's good. By the way, sometimes it's when LeBron was playing. When LeBron and Luka would play, or LeBron and Reeves would play, they would be good. Like it wasn't a revolutionary idea that there needed to be a change with the 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Right. And here's what I would add is that JJ, the entire season, at least when he's talked to us, has reiterated these kinds of comments. It needs to be a player-led team. Those 3 need to figure it out. They can't just be taking turns. This is well before everybody was healthy. Because we kept asking him, like, what does it look like when those guys are actually healthy, if they can get healthy? And that was a constant conversation with him. So, yes, I'm sure whether he incepted the idea or whatever, or those because if he's having those conversations with us before games, he's certainly having them with his team.
Right.
And then, but the idea that the question was, did LeBron go up to Luka and Austin, and did he text JJ about it? And you believe that all happened?
Well, I believe there was some conversation, whether it was as clean as the way it was just presented. I don't know. I wasn't there. But let's just say I've seen situations like this in the past when a star player is taking a back seat, and everything works out better when the star player looks like it's his idea. If football happens in football, happens in baseball, I don't care. And I'm not saying it wasn't his idea. I'm just saying.
Because Greg doesn't believe he actually went up to Luka and Austin.
Bernie, why don't you present your side?
He's actually laughing at the idea that he said he did that.
No, I don't believe that he went up to Austin and Luka and said, hey, you guys do your thing. I think he actually sat there and he watched just like everybody else, like you're saying, and saw they're playing free, they're playing better, and that I know I have to get mine, and he is a winner, and he can do all that. But I don't think he talked to them.
And when I come back, don't just defer to me. Don't just say, hey.
He said, don't cater to me.
Don't cater. Cater is the better word. Don't cater me. I think LeBron sat on the bench for the 3 games that he was out that they won. This was the beginning of the winning streak, the 9-game winning streak. I think LeBron sat on the bench and went, those guys are playing loose. They're playing free. They're having fun. They're winning. And guess what? When I'm on the floor, they look uptight. They look like they're catering to me out of respect. So guess what? I'm now going to come back and go, hey, guys, keep on doing what you're doing. I'll fit in for you. You don't have to defer to me. Does that seem reasonable to you?
I believe that. I mean, did he walk up and have like a 5-paragraph essay with supporting paragraphs? What he
doesn't need to do that.
Did Rich Paul do anything in all this? Did anybody have a script?
Oh my God, I don't know.
By the way, can I just say, did you watch this Draymond TBS?
The punk thing? I have not. I've only seen a quick clip.
It's so funny.
I thought it was great. I didn't know Anthony Davis had I didn't know it was his show.
It's a second season.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
Yeah, I saw the first one. It was on like True TV, not True. Is it True TV or
this
whatever?
Clip
one of those.
Is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've set up
so
Draymond.
It's some pitch where they want Draymond to invest, and
Right.
Rich Paul is sitting next to him.
Right.
Right off the bat, that seems strange to me. Rich Paul isn't a financial agent. When you're getting when you're doing a contract negotiation, Rich was in on it.
Yeah.
Rich knows.
Mhm.
Okay. This guy is an incredible actor. Flat out insults Draymond.
Right.
And you know how I know that Draymond was really, really angry? Because he called him the B word.
Mm-hmm.
And I know throughout Draymond's career, when Draymond is really, really angry at you, he calls you the B word.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the incident that led to the flagrant foul suspension
with
LeBron in that finals was surrounding the B word.
Yeah.
So when Draymond said that word, that was Draymond going full engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? This is what is amazing about that clip. First off, incredible job by the actor. Incredible job, Also, you walk in the room, it's like really, really, really well lit.
Mm-hmm. You should probably know something's going on.
But anyway, it's awesome. LeBron and AD come in, and they wrap up Draymond right away.
Yeah.
And Rich says, I was wondering how long you guys were going to come in here.
Yeah.
Like, what we taking you guys so long?
Right, because he thought that Draymond might start killing people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And LeBron, when he comes in, what does he do? He wraps him up.
Yeah.
Like, I am 100% convinced Draymond had no idea it was coming.
I agree.
That was it. And I'm just telling you, Draymond was engaged in a way we've seen him sometimes engaged on the court.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him use that word.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like that. It's like a It's like an elevation.
Yes, an escalation of anger.
And so I'm just saying, like, it was all funny and everything, and everybody's laughing, but, like, I would love to know what the Golden State Warriors players and coaches thought about when they watched that clip. Because they're probably like, we've seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that they also look at it and go, hey, look, we understand that guys in the offseason or off the floor are tight with other guys on other teams, but this is maybe a little bit beyond? Like,
I don't care about
that. Okay.
No.
But I just thought it was funny because, you're in a business meeting.
Yeah.
And instead of Draymond being like, okay, guys, you know what? Thanks anyway, but I don't think this is a deal for me. I'm out of here.
Right.
He got so irked by the actor
Well,
who did such a great job.
It was not your normal business meeting. I mean, they were trying to get they were saying some stuff to him that would have upset any of us.
Yeah, but
Like,
for him to immediately turn into the basketball player, he's not in uniform, but he's immediately ready to start throwing dudes around.
Absolutely amazing. It's
Yeah.
no surprise that they, who knows how many shows they have and how many they did. They led the season with this one.
Yeah, it was pretty damn good.
That was incredible.
It was very funny.
8:44 on a windy Wednesday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Now, Windy will be with us till 9:30 this morning. Wow. It's going to be a beautiful thing. When Windy is with us and he's suited up, you're going to get prime. You always get prime Windy, but especially when he's suited and booted. Oh, yeah. And he just came off a first take with Stephen A.
Yeah, he's ready.
It's going to be top line.
Bringing his A game.
Stephen A was throwing some words around today, man. Holy Moses.
That brother got a vocabulary.
he in praise, he called JJ an a-hole on television. I was like, whoa.
You mean like with the full word or a-hole?
The whole word.
Oh, really?
3 times.
He called JJ an a-hole?
3 times. It out of kind of respect and admiration.
Yes. Yes. Which, by the way, Luka did to us game 1 of the season when we had them. He said, Mike Breen asked him, why do you like JJ? And he said, because he's an a-hole.
Well, he and Stephen A. are in agreement.
Yeah, I guess some other players, though, may not be in agreement, including
Jared
Vanderbilt.
Windy, I also want to ask you about this whole 65-game rule drama that we've got going on, too, including Luka, by the way.
Yeah.
So we'll do that coming up in just a few minutes. We got a lot to fit in read-wise before 9 o'clock, but we're going to work it all in with a lot of windy magic on top of it. The Windy Wednesday edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show right here on ESPN LA. Now, when it comes to our friends at George Chevrolet, I told them usually they give us copy points, Cappy, and this time I said, give me a blank page. I don't need no copy points, sucker. You know why?
You don't need it.
Because I can talk about the great John Good. I call him Bellflower's party pal. John Good's going to get you a deal when you go to George Chevrolet. Or his right-hand man, Kevin Rivas. They've been at the Mandy's. They've been on stage with me. I don't remember all the times they were on stage with me, but they were there. Huge supporters of ESPN LA over the years. George Chevrolet in the city of Bellflower, 91 Freeway at Lakewood. 7-time Dealer of the Year. You know what that means? That means they're pretty good at what they do. You need a Silverado, they got you. You need a Suburban or a Tahoe, bam! John Good's got you taken care of. Or if you're like Cappy and you're going through that midlife crisis and you're like, I need a Corvette.
I do.
Bam, bam, bam!
Yeah, I need it.
George Good, Bellflower's party pal, has got you covered at George Chevrolet. George Chevy, man, what a place it's been. I was out there last week pressing the flesh with John Good and Kevin Rivas. They've got you taken care of. They've had ESPN LA's back for years, and they've got your back when you need a brand new Chevrolet or something pre-used and beautiful. John Good's got you taken care of. George Chevrolet in the city of Bellflower, 91 Freeway at the Lakewood exit. Meanwhile, we'll continue on a Windy Wednesday next on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new Consolidated Rental Car Center, Metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach is back. Why don't we give away some tickets? Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win a pair of tickets to watch all the action live. Visit GPLB.com for tickets. GPLB.com for tickets. The Acura Grand Prix, the Long Beach vibe is back. You know what else is back? More Windy in 90 seconds on ESPN LA.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
It's Chris Morales for VisionWorks. And let's be honest, how many of us wasted our tax refunds on really dumb things in the past? This year, don't do it. Do what thousands of people in OC and LA are doing and invest wisely in your vision. VisionWorks accepts most vision insurance plans, and their professional staff will help everyone maximize their insurance benefits. And if you don't have insurance, don't worry. The experts at VisionWorks will find options that work within your price range. See the world clearly. It really is life-changing. Better vision, better value. VisionWorks just makes sense.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:50, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday. Cappy, on this day in 2024, the number one Spotify hit, Doja Cat, Okay Loser.
All right. Go, girl. Go, Doja.
Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let me tell you this. You know what time it is? It's time to BB Go For It. In every game, someone gets the chance to guess which team will score the first three-point basket. And last night, our BB Go For It contestant was Mike Garcia in Orange, who guessed that the Thunder would hit the first three. Mike, I love the city of Orange, but you're incorrect, sucker. But you still win a $50 BB Go gift card. Want to play? Listen to Mason and Ireland for your chance to win. Good luck from our friends at BB Go. Bring something different to the table. BB Go For It, Cappy.
Yeah, you got to BB Go For It.
Meanwhile, we are out at 5650, and I got to talk about our friends at Providence in just a few moments. But we continue with Brian Windhorst, the legend. He's with us till 9:30 this morning on Yes, Indeed. You know what day it is, right, Cappy?
Windy Wednesday.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Yes,
Brian,
indeed.
I was right.
Let me ask you about, so Luka's in this weird spot where he's not going to be able to get the 65-game threshold. And I know they're appealing it because of at least one of the games he missed because of the birth of his child. I don't know how that's going to go necessarily, but he's not the only one, right? You've got him, Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, all these guys that can miss out on either the MVP conversation or All-NBA, et cetera. Jokic is obviously, needs to play 2 of the next 3. Wemby has to play 1 more and at least 20 minutes in that game. Just kind of what do you make of the spirit of the rule and what the application of the rule is right now, considering everything that's unfolded?
First off, that's going to be, the arbitrator's going to rule in his favor. It's a no-brainer.
Okay.
Because he's at 64.
Yeah. He'll be first team All-NBA.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of the rule? The purpose of the rule is what, George?
Is to mitigate guys resting for load management.
Right. It's working. I know it's very controversial. I know people are upset about it. These players are bending themselves into pretzels to play more games. That's what the league wants. Bottom line. Jokic has had 1 game to spare for a couple of months. He's played in every game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the league wants. Now, You can bring on sports science people. You can bring on trainers. You can say this isn't good because of this, blah, blah, blah. They can all be right. I'm just telling you, the league wants the players to play. Cade Cunningham is probably against doctor's orders coming back to play games this weekend. Just, the league wants.
But wait, is that because of the money that's associated with the honors?
Well, nobody trying to do it this year has money on the line. In some years, yeah, like last year, the threshold is 20 minutes. You have to play 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What was Tyrese Halliburton's injury?
Wasn't it a calf injury that turned into an Achilles?
Was it a calf injury?
All right, well, okay.
It was a calf during the season, yes.
Right. He had come back, and he was playing in 20 minutes and 1 second. They were yanking him out of the game.
Oh, man.
So that he could hit his bonus, which I think he got. He did get. So, that is a situation where he was absolutely doing it for the money. And, it benefited the organization, frankly, to sit him, to not pay him that money. But, what are you going to tell your star player? We don't want you to be paid. So, they did it. And there was a bunch of games that Tyrese Halliburton played. I'm sure some of them were national TV games. I don't know off the top of my head. It's getting players to play in games. It may be risking their health a little bit, but ultimately, the NBA wants the star players to be playing in the games. And that's what they're getting.
So does Luka have money on the line if he's
No.
So he would not make any additional money if he were first team All-NBA.
Not in his NBA salary. I know Shams reported yesterday that Giannis missed out on a Nike bonus.
On a Nike.
Because he didn't hit a certain games played threshold.
Gotcha.
But in terms of NBA money, there could be and will be some years where that will matter. But in this particular year, there's no player who's got a contracted bonus that we're talking about. So none of this is, these guys want it for the honor of the awards, which, by the way, anytime you hear a guy say, I don't care about awards, look, actions over words.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what they're doing. Jokic doesn't care. Okay, well then, once your seat is set, sit out. Maybe he will. Maybe he will sit out, but I bet he doesn't, because I do think he cares. And actions over words show.
Interesting.
My Colombo brother, Brian Windhorst, Windy, he's so good. And he's going to continue. We got Windy till 9:30. The Rich Eisen Show comes up at the top of the hour. We continue on YouTube and on the app. If you're listening to us on the app, stay right there. Meanwhile, let me tell you about my friends at Providence. Your health is the real MVP. Providence reminds you to stay in the game by prioritizing cancer screenings. We've all been affected by cancer in some way, whether family members, friends, ourselves. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Many cancers develop quietly without noticeable symptoms. But when found early, treatment options are more effective. You can get treatment, you can get help. That's why routine screenings, knowing your family history, and talking to your doctor are so important. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, knowing you in the game. Listen, it's all about the great treatment, the great support that Providence gives you. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care. Protect your health and get back to the moments that matter most. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California, Cappy. I saw you look at the clock, and that's a good move by you.
Yeah, I wanted to see where you were and what you were going to do.
Well, I got a lot of things moving with no Jorge here today.
I know, you're doing
I'm not
a hell
going to
of a
lie.
job. You're doing a
I'm
hell
not
of a
going to
job.
lie. Plus, last night at Pechanga was our big Pechanga watch party. Shout out to Super P1 from Lake Elsinore, Steven, Sal, Jorge, Che, Jay, and Janice, Richard, Oscar, Kayla Nee, Gerald, Kane, the Luka lookalike, Lexi, and Danny. How about that? I fit all of that in. Cappy, you can't even hold my headphones.
No. Or in this case, the jockstrap you referenced earlier.
Rich Eisen Show is next, sucker.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy, and I know that a lot of people around are getting sick right now. You are not imagining this. It's real. Yeah. Doctors have said this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. And listen, I was just away visiting some friends up in Mammoth, and everybody was coughing and sneezing, and I don't know about you guys. I can't get sick. I'm sure you can't get sick. So now what I've done is I've ordered a medical emergency kit. Now, when you have a medical emergency kit, it's like having an urgent care or a pharmacy right in your home. No waiting for a doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at a pharmacy, no copays. I'm telling you that you get things like a generic Z-Pack to help you get well faster and handle what are really a bunch of common and in some cases more serious illnesses. But let's get you and your family to have this care kit in your home. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes, and it's shipped to your door immediately, and we'll save you $45 when you use our promo code 710. It's urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710, and you're saving $45.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network and service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Cappy, one of my favorite songs of all time, when they got together and sang All for Love,
man.
From the Three Musketeers soundtrack. Remember the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
That's kind of like you, me, and Sedano, but when Brian Windhorst is here, my Columbo brother,
right,
it becomes Windy, Cappy, and Sedano, which I'm okay with.
You are?
They are the Three Musketeers on Wednesdays. Good morning, Brian Windhorst.
Where would Brian Windhorst be in line at your wedding to dance with you?
To this song, Morales. I want to dance with you to this song.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, we won't look each other in the eye.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Don't the Rams say bleep them picks?
Yes.
That
was a long time ago. Different now. Now they're good at the picks.
Yeah, but didn't they do that and win the Super Bowl?
They did.
This is a bleep them picks trade.
Yeah, what was it?
Horn-chins.
Yeah,
Horn-chin.
Sedano is a guy who's like, hey, I've been around the NBA 20 years. I can draw plays up on the board. I can do.
God.
What do you mean, oh God? What do you mean?
A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
The Art, I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit boy. Monstrous. But
I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, just one more thing. That's my favorite part of the week. Here it comes.
9:02 and 30 seconds. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, the 9 a.m. hour. Windy's here on a Windy Wednesday.
You want the
Yes,
megaphone?
do it.
You want to do it?
No.
You don't want to do it.
No,
Windy
no.
said it's his favorite part of the week.
No, it's my favorite.
On this Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. Masters Week. Today is the par 3 contest at Augusta.
One of my favorite days of the year, watching the par 3.
It'll be on ESPN coming
One
up.
of the great moments, Chris, of the last 15 years came out of the par 3. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The hole-in-one?
Oh, my God. Jack Nicklaus's grandson
Mm-hmm.
makes a hole-in-one on national television.
Mm-hmm.
The joy in his face. I mean, also Tony Finau's dislocated ankle, which is a whole nother story. That might have been the same day.
I think it was the same day.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my God.
Jack Nicklaus.
Are you just saying that, or do you really know?
No. Well, Jack, you guys got to understand. Jack Nicklaus was my favorite golfer.
So
as
you
a
were a
kid.
Nicklaus guy.
I was a Nicklaus guy. Not
You were an Arnie.
I was not an Arnie guy.
Okay.
I was a Jack Nicklaus guy. And my father took me to the Honda Classic, which was at Eagle
Palm Beach.
Trace. It was in Coral Springs, Florida, and it was in
Coral Springs.
right. And it was the Honda Classic, and it was at a golf course that was built for the tournament called Eagle Trace. And of course, the tournament has moved on since. And I'm about 11 or 12 years old, and my dad goes, "Look, there's Jack Nicklaus." And I swear to God, I'm just like this little kid. This is before security became nuts. This is like 1981. And I go, "Dad, I got to go talk to Jack Nicklaus." And my dad's a regular guy. Somebody gave him tickets, hooked us up. He goes, "Well, what are you going to do?" I go, I got to go talk to Jack Nicklaus. So I literally, as a little kid, I kind of went under the ropes, and I went from the 9th green to the 10th tee, and I stood next to Jack.
During the tournament.
I swear to God. And I walk up to Jack, and I go, "Hi, Mr. Nicklaus." I go, "My name's Scott Kaplan, and you're my favorite golfer." And I stick my hand out to shake his hand. He shakes my hand. He puts his arm around me, and we literally walk together, he and I, standing there talking.
Amazing.
As we walk to the next tee.
And look at the memory, the core memory.
Oh yeah, and there. So everybody busts my balls around here because I sneak my way into stuff all the time. But it all started.
That's
then.
how it started.
Yeah, it literally started then. Because there was no security to tackle me back then. People weren't nuts like they are now.
Right.
So yeah, I'm
sure
was a Jack
Tiger
Nicklaus
would
fan.
have done the same.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
Tiger,
I was talking to the president.
just busy talking to the president here. My son
Incredible moment.
My son had a Tiger experience, somewhat similar though. It was after the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. Tiger had nailed the putt on 18 to tie Rocco Mediate, and he was going. So we were there at the lodge at Torrey Pines. We were watching from one of the balconies. But now we're
humble
down.
brag. Did you hear that?
Well, it is a humble.
It was
brag.
good.
It was a humble brag. And what happened is now we're standing out in front of the building, and Tiger comes walking in, and my son like locks eyes with Tiger and gets like a Tiger fist pump. You know what I mean? And that's like one of his memories of all time. I locked eyes with Tiger, and he gave me the fist bump. Yeah, it was cool. It was awesome. I mean, it wasn't my ponytail when I was interviewing Tiger, but I mean, it was cool. You've seen the famous picture, of course.
No, you had a ponytail?
Big old man bun.
Wow.
Oh man, you got to see this.
Yeah, big old man bun.
Prove it.
And Tiger's got a look on his face like, "Brother, what are you doing with that hair? What is going on up there?"
Well, Tiger is a tough one. He's a tough guy to. Incredible player, but you get him off the course. And
he's busy. He's talking to the president.
I know.
Yeah, I was talking to the president.
I actually remember all of us having this conversation, George, when the whole Tiger thing happened, and I remember saying to everybody here, we all love Tiger, and I say we, but I mean like the world loves Tiger so much that it's like, oh, you know what? He's got back problems and he's on pills or whatever, and he gets into a little bit of a fender bender. No problem. We don't care. We love him. But I'm telling you, in that moment where he is seen saying to the cop, "Yeah, I'm just on the phone with the president here," that I really think turned a lot of people.
Oh my, so
You
bad.
think?
Yeah, I mean, like
So bad.
right? Such a douchey
Oh
thing
my,
to say.
Oh
right?
my God.
That's like a top 10 douchey thing
It
to
was
do ever.
Brutal.
Right.
Oh my. So, yesterday was a champions dinner. We talked about it a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was a champions dinner, and they put out the photo, of all the guys, lined up, at the meal, and Tiger wasn't there. Obviously, he's in a prior engagement, and somebody I saw on X put used AI to create a photo of Tiger blasting through the wall in a car. And it's so corny, but I could not help just belly laughing at, and that, the AI has all the champions, looking on in horror. It was really fun.
Have you seen the AI video where Tiger is being interviewed by the female cop, but then they AI him trying to flirt with the cop? Have you seen this one? Oh my God.
I'd like
It's just,
to.
it's so funny.
Hey,
It's so
Wendy,
good.
speaking of the Masters, you're going to join our Masters pool? Well, not ours, but it's Beto's Masters
I know you asked
pool.
me to do that. I don't generally join.
You should. It's fun.
But maybe I will.
Yeah, I'd like to. I just I'm worried about the complication of joining it. Is it easy?
Yeah,
Wendy,
it's easy.
This is super inside, but do you know who produces the par 3 for ESPN?
No,
I do not.
Tell us.
It's the big boss on events.
Oh.
He has always produced it and continues to produce. It's the
Well-
one thing he gets in the truck for.
Well,
Pizza Cone?
he's
No.
It's not Pizza
he's
Cone?
brilliant.
Mike McQuaid.
Yeah, well, I
Oh.
didn't know. I didn't know if it was he should not be named,
Mm.
but he did. He's produced golf over the years, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
many golf
But
tournaments. Yeah.
the par 3 tournament is a special event.
Yeah. All right, what time's it on today? We know?
It's on right now.
Oh, it is?
On right now. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
I'll see you guys
Oh,
later.
there it is.
It's on ESPN. You guys should be able to see it,
there
right?
is. Okay,
Yeah.
there's
Andy North and Michael Leaves right now.
Yeah.
There it is. It's on right now.
And Gary Player will probably shoot like 2 under. Like, he's like 90 years old.
But he's still like in amazing shape.
Well,
Remember
this is
that
what
year?
I'm talking about. Like these guys, they, even Nicklaus doesn't play anymore. But
Yeah.
like even when Nicklaus was like in his mid 70s, he was like making par in every hole.
Yeah. Remember the Gary Player? There was the swimsuit edition or maybe it was the ESPN, the magazine, like naked edition.
I do not remember.
Oh,
that,
yeah. And
but,
Gary Player was like 90 years old and lean and mean, like
that
ripped.
I don't want to see.
Oh, you
But
should see it.
No, I obviously have seen the gentleman. He's in very good condition.
You should look at this picture.
I don't want to see it.
He's like, no, Cap, stop.
Show me the video of Tiger and the AI.
Now,
Oh,
Wendy,
that
we were all in the suite last night, in the ESPN OA suite. It was Jacob and Ronnie's suite night in our suite. But you and I talked Masters. Do you want to give out your pick?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to tell you that my wife is in a pool at her office where all the majors she like picks, like 5 players, whatever.
Yeah, we do the same one.
And she's been doing it for 10 years, and she for the first 4 or 5 years asked me and routinely finished last. So I will just tell you, and I will just say, I very closely follow the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of friends who are on the tour. One of my friends on tour finished second last week in Texas.
Who's that?
Michael Kim.
Okay.
He's in the field this week.
Michael Kim, I think he went to the same high
Not
school
re-
that my
not-
kids
not-
went
not
to.
the Sports Center
Yeah, Torrey
anchor,
Pines
right?
High School.
Yeah.
And my son is a huge fan of his. Yeah.
Finished second last week. It was 95 yards out on 18 to try to get up and down to try to get into the playoff, and it was just a really difficult shot. But he birdied 16 and 17 to get there. Anyway, I digress. My point is, I follow the tour, and I am terrible at picking this. Having said all of that, I am picking Robert McIntyre, the Scot. Now, one of the great stats about the Masters is that the winner, the first time winner, has played at an average of 9 times.
Oh, interesting.
So this is a course, obviously, as many people who follow, you have to know the course. Not, obviously there may be a year where a guy does it in his 3rd year and then the next guy does it in his 15th year and it equals out. But the average first time winner, it's his 9th time playing the tournament. So a lot of people like Xander Schauffele for that reason. It's about I think it's his maybe 9th time, and he has a bunch of top 10s. But a bunch of lefties have won at Augusta. An inordinate number of left-handers have won. Versus the number of left-handers that there are on tour. Left-handers typically, because they can fade a fade for a lefty is a draw for a righty. And a fade is easier to stop the ball, and a fading shot that you can stop is particularly useful at Augusta. And so you have guys like Mike Weir and Bubba Watson and Phil Mickelson win. And so Robert McIntyre, I think, has a top 10 at Augusta, and he was leading the tournament last week through 2 or 3 rounds, and you often see guys who are close to winning right before. So Robert McIntyre is the guy. But I'm just going to tell you, my picks stink. That sounds like sound logic, what I just said. I promise you, in other years, I've had equally sound logic and been laughable. McIntyre will probably shoot 75, 76 and miss the cut. But that is the guy who I am picking to win.
Anybody else got a pick here in the Masters this year? Anybody else got a pick? Chris, you got a pick?
So I was going to let Sedano go there.
No, go. You go.
I think Scotty's going to come back. Rory to back-to-back would be amazing, but that's not going to happen because Rory, it took a miracle for him to win last year. And the mental stuff will probably slip back in what happens to him at Augusta. So I'm going to go with Scotty to make a comeback. I would love to see Rom again, or maybe Brooks get in the contention, or Bryson.
Yeah,
Bryson
I learned
would be a
last
great
night
story.
Morales is a big Brooks Koepka.
I used to hate him,
No, he's a
but it
good
was
guy.
actually his wife, Jenna Sims, and because of her social media, they kind of humanized
he's a
him.
Jenna fan who happens to root for Jenna
Because she's kind of like a proud redneck, if you will. And she would she came into this lifestyle. She DM'd Brooks to go on their first date, slid into his DMs.
Yeah.
It's a fun story. And then she kind of humanized him because he was kind of an a-hole, or maybe he still is an a-hole. And, the South Florida thing, we got West Palm Beach, ESPN West Palm Beach. I got into it.
All right. Well, half the players live in West Palm Beach, but go ahead.
Oh, come on, man.
All right.
I mean, I thought we were Colombo brothers.
We are aligned in many things, and in this one we diverge. So I'm surprised.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Georgie, you got a pick on the Masters? You follow?
I'm going to go. I think it's going to be Rahm or Scheffler, but I'll go with John Rahm because he's a little more creative, and I feel like that course rewards creativity.
Yeah, really, they always say that it's like a putting contest, and that's true. You have to putt well, but as time has gone on, the truth is you have to pound it off the tee. Pound it off the tee.
Mm-hmm.
If you really you can have artful, and there have been shorter hitters at times who have, like Mike Weir as an example, but generally, I can't remember whose quote it is, but everybody would, people used to say, it's a putting contest. People talk about, various things, it's a putting contest. It's a driving contest in the modern era.
I'm going to go off the board here with one. You guys ready for this pick? I've only been following this guy because my son, who works for this golf shaft company called KBS Golf Shafts.
Yeah.
By the way, you should hook up Windy. Get him some new shafts.
Windy, you should play these shafts. I mean, listen, I didn't really know what the shaft meant, but my son has educated me, and he's reshafted my clubs, and it's been a pretty big difference. But he's got a player that he follows every week because he's one of their sponsored players, a guy by the name of Ludwig Oberg.
Oh yeah.
And I think that Ludwig is the guy that I'm going to follow this week, and I'm going to root for a little bit.
He's been getting close the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't he finish second at Augusta a few years ago? You make it seem like this is a
No,
sleeper pick.
No, but
he's a top 10 player in the world.
He's not like a household name per se. He's not John Rahm. He's not Scotty Scheffler. He's not one of these, Brooks Koepka. He's not one of these name guys.
Back to last fall at Bethpage.
Okay.
Where he held the American team up by their shorts.
Yeah.
And pounded them across the face for 3 straight days in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's I think he's from Sweden.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Sweden.
And by the way, hits the ever living hell out of it off the tee.
Well, it's those shafts.
There you go.
Is what
it's
it
a good
is.
advertising.
All right, 9:15 on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Remember, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show made possible by our friend. We saw him last night, Jacob Emrani. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or call jacob.com. Masters Week is upon us. Now, George has not answered the question that Cappy posed at him over an hour ago.
90 minutes ago. Yeah,
so if you had $40 million next season, would you
could
give
only
it
pick one
to LeBron or Austin Reeves?
Right. This is our hypothetical, Brian. Cappy created. Let's just say they take LeBron would come down to $40 million. Austin would take a little bit of a haircut to $40 million. You could only pick one for next year. I think the answer is obvious to me. It's Austin, just based on age alone, and pairing him with Luka and having, that style of player next to Luka has had some success. If you can build the rest of the roster around it, I mean, just based on those aspects of it, I think it's fairly simple. See, Cappy, I didn't pick LeBron.
I think this is probably going to shock you guys, but I'm kind of torn also in this. I go with Austin Reeves for his youth, of course. LeBron for the experience.
But you're going to have to sign him to a 5-year deal, whereas LeBron, it's just a 1-year deal.
Yeah, it really just comes – what we were talking about earlier today, Brian, was if we look at the Lakers roster right now, based on what you and I were standing there watching last night, you don't have Luka, your 1, Austin, your 2, LeBron, your 3, or Marcus Smart, your 4. So what are you left with? You're left with guys 5 through 14. And JJ was saying last night after the game, I got to find 9 guys who are going to buy in and we're going to give everything they've got and sell out for their team. And he didn't have that last night. And we saw, you and I were standing there last night talking about this Jared Vanderbilt situation. George came on the air this morning saying this is who DeAndre Ayton is, a guy when you need him to step up, he can't or won't. The point is that we looked at the roster earlier today, George and I, and we're like, this guy gone, this guy gone, this guy gone. All right, Luke Kennard, yeah, we like him. Jackson Hayes, probably pretty good athletic role player, good pick and roll guy, gets to the basket. But otherwise, we're like getting rid of everybody. And then it got down to you've got Austin Reeves and LeBron. And is LeBron going to take less? Would Austin Reeves consider taking a little bit less? But if you only had $40 million and it was like pick one, it's one or the other. Brian Windhorst, who do you pick?
So you're asking a good talk radio question. Do you want a talk radio answer or do you want a podcast answer?
I want a podcast answer because we're in the longer form format right now.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have to necessarily choose that way. Number one, LeBron's got to come down below $40 million. So let's have a lesson in something that Laker fans are going to learn about in a couple of months called a cap hold. Okay? When a player comes off of let's say a player's contract ends, like Austin Reeves' contract ends. Let's just, for the sake of argument, for the sake of making it easy to understand, let's just say that the salary cap is $100 million. Everybody can do math very easily there. Let's say the player is making $10 million, okay, and his contract expires. You would say normal, simple math. Well, you have $10 million of cap space. You do not. Because a player has what is known as a cap hold. I could go on for an hour as to why this is. Just trust me, okay? And that cap hold sits on your books until you either sign the player or say, we don't want you anymore. We're taking away your rights. You're gone. You're gone. We can't even re-sign you. You're gone. And that is important to understand when it comes to Austin Reeves, and here is why. Most times, a cap hold is a bad thing because it means that you can't spend money that you think is cap space because you've got to deal with that player. And the reason the cap hold exists, people know that to re-sign your own player, you can go over the salary cap. But you can't spend all of your money and then re-sign your player. Your player sits on your book in the form of a cap hold. The thing about Austin is his cap hold is low. His cap hold is going to be lower than his salary. Right. So for the purposes of thinking about how much the Lakers have to spend next year, Austin Reeves will cost the Lakers $21 million. That's not going to be his salary. But when you compute how much cap space the Lakers have, Austin Reeves' cap hold is $21 million. You can sign him for up to $50 million, but he is only going to count as you figure out how much your salary is going to be for $21 million. And that is very, 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 very important.
5 varies.
Okay, because you're going to be able to spend your cap money, and as long as you save $21 million, you can sign Austin to $40. Now, the thing about it is in the apron era and stuff like that, you really cannot afford to big overpay a player because you run into, now you're in the second apron or whatever, but the Lakers will actually have more cap space than it appears because Austin Reeves' cap hold is so low. However, LeBron's cap hold is enormous. LeBron's cap hold is like 60 or 65 million.
Right.
Okay? So the Lakers have to deal with LeBron first. And this is going to be kind of difficult because is LeBron going to know on June 15th what he's going to do for next year? Okay, let's say he wants to play. How much are you going to play for? Because the Lakers either have to sign LeBron to a new contract or renounce his rights to get rid of that $65 million. They've either got to have LeBron, what are you going to play for next year? You're going to play for 30? Okay, good. You've got 30. Now your cap hold. Now you're going to be for 30. Now we've got that other 35 to do stuff with. LeBron, you don't know what you're going to do next year? We got to sign these players. I'm sorry, LeBron. We're going to have to renounce your rights. Good luck to you. Now his cap hold 0, but they can't then go over the cap to re-sign him.
Can they renounce his rights, go sign other guys, and then sign LeBron to the lower number later?
No.
Why not?
Because once you renounce the rights, you don't have the ability to exceed the salary cap to sign your player.
Correct.
Let's talk
You've
about
renounced his bird rights.
Yeah, let's talk about it in terms of $100. This is so people can understand it. $100, LeBron's cap hold is $65. Oof. Wow. Hard to fill out your team, right? Because the Lakers are probably going to have about $100 million in cap space. Okay. LeBron takes $30. Now we're feeling a lot better about ourselves. Okay. But you can't spend the other $70. You can't spend the other $35 that you have from what LeBron's cap hold is until he's signed to that $30 contract.
Correct.
Okay. And if you say, LeBron, I have to take away all your rights, I'm not gonna have you anymore, and you take the full $65, and then you spend the $65, you then can't go and sign LeBron back. You could sign him back to like the minimum contract, but it would be just like any free agent. Let's talk about Austin. Now let's say you have $100 and Austin is going to cost you $20. Okay, his cap hold is $20. You can spend the other $80. Okay, so you've spent $80 and now you have your $20 that Austin's going to cost you. You can then sign him for $40 because you have his rights. And now you spent $120. How'd you do that? You did salary cap management. And I'm sorry that it's so complicated, but it just is. And this is why literally the best teams have 2 or 3 guys who this is their entire job. To not only manage your cap, but to know every other team's cap and say, you know what? This particular team here is going to have problems. Now that we've said all that, as I said, it's not a talk radio answer. A talk radio answer is, hell yeah, I'm giving the money to Austin Reeves. Tell LeBron to hit the bricks. But that's not reality. The reality is you have to manage that space. Now, let's talk big picture. What do the Lakers have to do to win the Western Conference? Who's in the Western Conference that you have to worry about?
You got to worry about Oklahoma City and San Antonio.
Oh, do you have to? What does San Antonio have that's better than anybody?
Wemby?
Big man. What about Denver?
Joker?
Big man. Did you see Oklahoma City? Were they small last night?
Oh, they were monsters, dude.
Okay, you got to have a big man.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers have got to come out of this summer with a look. And there isn't a player out there who's going to come out there and be like, yep, we're holding Wemby to 10 points and 5 rebounds. But you've got to have somebody that you can put against. And by the way, Aaron Gordon might be the guy for Denver. Denver might beat San Antonio, not because of Jokic, because of Aaron Gordon. I'm not saying you got to have a 7'3" guy.
Yeah.
But you got to have an answer for big men. The Lakers don't have it. So
haven't had it. I mean, really since Anthony Davis when he was healthy.
So yes, they have to manage what they sign Austin for. Yes, they have to manage what they sign LeBron for. Yes, they have to figure out Kennard and what they're going to do with Hachimura and all that stuff. They have got to emerge this summer with somebody as a big man that they can say we can go. I mean, if you want to finish 5th, you can, get some middle of the road guy but you've got the perimeter. The perimeter is going to be awesome. Regardless of what happens with LeBron, they're going to have a top 5 player in Luka on their perimeter, and they're going to have Austin Reeves, who's an excellent player, borderline all-star. They're going to be good. They've got to figure out the big man spot. So it's fun and interesting and engaging to talk about what you're going to do with LeBron and Reeves. Tell me who they're going to get to play center.
Let me ask both of you guys a question. George, let me ask you a quick question. Okay, let's say the 3 of us are in a war room, an NBA war room, right? And you've got every player listed in the entire NBA. And then you say, these are going to be the guys that are going to be the available big men for next year. And you say, okay, if Wemby's the best big man there is, and Oklahoma City's got a monster in Chet Holmgren, and they've also got another one in Hartenstein, right? If we could find one guy that could compete with the size that Oklahoma City and San Antonio have, can you guys, if you had a list, can you give us a couple of names that you go, hey, these are going to be available big men that can compete with these guys?
So let me just say, keep in mind, because I think fans will think, well, who's available as a free agent? You don't have to use cap space just on free agents. You can use cap space on teams that need to offload salaries. Or you can trade those first-round picks that you have for a player and take his salary back because you've got cap space.
Okay.
So that's number 1. Number 2, this is what your strategy people have to know, and your scouts and your information people. You've got to know which players out there could become available. Let me give you an example of a player who could become available. Not that I think this is what's going to happen, okay? What happens if the Cavs lose in the first round of the playoffs? And they have to retrofit.
Oh, they're going to blow that thing up.
Would Jared Allen be available?
Yes.
And that's an if and if. That's if they lose, if. I'm not even sure if he's available that the Lakers would be able to trade for him. But this is the type of situation that you would have to look for. A team that is retrofitting something. And so the Lakers' most important moves could happen before free agency even begins. What's going to happen with LeBron? What contract can you get him into? Can you do a deal around the draft? These are big questions. And this is what Rob and his front office have to be working on already. JJ's trying to figure out how they're going to squeeze 2 more wins out of this week. I don't know if they can do it. Last night, they obviously decided to go into punt formation on. The moves that he was making last night were aimed at the rest of this week. Different topic. Rob Pelinka every day is to be thinking about who am I drafting and who can I possibly try to acquire in the summer. That's what he's thinking about. That's his thing. And that's what is going to be on the table, is on the plate for the Lakers, and that's where the tough decisions are going to be.
Let me ask you a question, Brian. And again, this is just reckless speculation. This is not, anything other than that. The Thunder are going to be up against one of the aprons, I believe, next year, right?
Yeah.
So is a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein a possibility, not just for the Lakers, for anybody, really?
Yeah. Hartenstein has a team option for next year. I would be stunned if they didn't pick it up. But the Thunder are going to run out of apron space very soon. The thing about the Thunder is the way they've structured everything, because they're extremely shrewd and their strategy department kills it. They're really not going to be squeezed until the 27, 28 year. Next year, they're going to be in the luxury tax and they're going to face some difficulty. They're really going to be squeezed in 27, 28. Unfortunately, Isaiah is going into the last year of his contract. You don't want a guy going to the last year of his contract. You risk losing him for nothing. So the Thunder are going to have to consider extending Hartenstein or Stein or trading him. I think just leaving it alone is going to be a risk of a dice they're not going to do. So Hartenstein potentially could be available. That's a guy you're keeping an eye on.
But just a guess here. Oklahoma City going to make a move and make a trade to bring that player to the Lakers?
Very unlikely.
Right. See? That's like trading a guy inside your division.
Right. But what I'm saying is, what George is describing is, that was a good one.
That was a trail off. It trailed off a lot.
What happened there? Did something break?
I loved it. I loved it. Do it again.
Oh, you want it again?
Call for your own sound.
Justin Thomas has hit a hole-in-one at the par 3 contest.
Well,
really? No way.
He's not winning.
Wow.
That's so cool.
He is not winning.
You got a hole-in-one to your
No, I've
record?
holed out from the fairway like 3 or 4 times, equivalent distances.
But not an actual hole-in-one.
No, and I've had some close ones, including once at St. Andrews.
Now, see, that was a bit of a flex.
That was a flex.
That was a
right
flex.
there.
Yeah, it was way beyond my flex. Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God.
I know. I want a hole-in-one so bad. And you know what, like when you don't have a hole-in-one and you play in like one of these tournaments, and it's like, hey, in this hole, you could win a set of golf clubs. But on the next par 3, you could win a brand new car. And it's like, I don't want to hit the hole-in-one here. I want to wait until I can hit the one there. And it's like, who are you? You've never even had a hole-in-one.
Quick story. I'm playing in one of these types of events. It's a college basketball coach. I won't get into the details. It's his annual event. We're on like the 5th hole. We hear somebody screaming. He gets a call. He goes, somebody won the motorcycle on the 16th hole. It made a hole-in-one, won the motorcycle. Amazing, blah, blah. He's like, well, I hope our insurance is taken care of, blah, blah, blah. 2-3 hours later, we get to that hole. The motorcycle is parked on the tee because why not? Isn't that cool? The Harley or whatever it was is parked on the tee. And the guys on the tee who say, yeah, you hit it behind the pin. It comes down. We're standing on the tee, look at the motorcycle. All of a sudden, 4! The ball comes in. We all hit the deck, comes in, hits the motorcycle, breaks the mirror.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Oh.
The guy who won the motorcycle hit his own motorcycle.
No, really?
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Like 2 hours later.
Oh, it's great.
Because they're like, you play a shotgun and you come around and he's playing like the 15th hole. He's about to finish up and he hits his own motor. I don't know if he would have won that exact motorcycle.
Amazing. George, you'll love this. I was playing in one of these charity golf tournaments one time. This is my old radio partner, Billy Ray Smith, and 185 yards, La Costa of San Diego, beautiful. North San Diego. 185 yards, hits this ball. We can't see it from the tee. Where I'm like, I don't know, man. That may have gone in because there was like a lip in front of it. Anyway, we get to the green. He holed it out. It was a hole-in-one.
Amazing.
Won a brand new Ford Mustang.
Glorious.
Okay, great car. And we go to the banquet that night, and the guy who's emceeing the event goes, hey, everybody, we had a hole-in-one here today. Everybody starts cheering. Oh, it was Billy Ray, and he's a famous guy in town. Oh, okay, great. And the guy says to him right there on the spot, now, Billy Ray, are you going to donate the car back to the organization?
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody, right? And he was like, and he told him straight up, no, sir.
Yes.
I hit that hole-in-one, and I'm taking my brand new Mustang. And he did.
Oh, my God.
He did. He took it. Actually, he traded it in for like an SUV or something. But, yeah, won that car. And the luckiest guy in the world.
Boy, they put him on the spot, too.
Yeah,
they were
I
like,
know. Jerk.
okay, in lieu of donating, will you donate, because this guy had money, will you donate $20,000 to this charity?
Exactly. Oh, my God. Oh, man, I want a hole-in-one so bad. Wow, Justin Thomas, huh? That's super
JT.
cool. That is really cool, man. All right, where were we? We were somewhere with LeBron
Hartenstein.
and Hartenstein.
Yes, but what George is
Thank you,
saying
George.
is correct. Like, they're going to have to think outside the box a little bit, quite frankly. They're not going to be able necessarily to sign a guy who's going to fit. But, by the way, that's a problem for everybody in the Western Conference. You're looking at this mountain rising in front of you, literally this mountain. That's who you're going to have to figure out. And by the way, I'm not sure there is an answer. Maybe Wembanyama and the Thunder are going to own the West for the next 5 years. Maybe not. Maybe somebody gets hurt. I don't know.
How about if the Lakers go to the University of Florida and they get that 7'9" guy?
He's available.
Okay. Or what about the kid from Michigan who's like 7'3"? What about that guy? Can he play in the NBA? I mean, you got to find a body that is tall enough and strong enough to at least stand in front of Wemby. And the Lakers, again, Anthony Davis is the last one, but I mean, they have never solved this problem. And by the way, I hate to say it because maybe Anthony Davis was right, but he kept calling for the same thing. Like, get another big man in here so I don't have to be the guy in the center.
Yeah, well, Anthony Davis would be a good place to start. Put it that way. I'm late for my meeting. I have to go.
All right, well, that's
Thank you, Wendy.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
Be well.
Enjoy
See
the
you,
Masters.
I will.
Do you think it's weird that me and Morales kind of have these weird man crushes on you? Do you
No,
think?
I love it.
Oh, you do?
Oh, on
He's
me?
gotta go,
I thought you meant on each other.
Oh, no.
No, I
He's
don't like
gotta
it on
go.
me. I don't
love
like
triangle
it on me.
now.
Yeah.
I don't have a man
I got
crush.
to
We're
send
just
you a
friend-
picture.
yeah,
I got to
yeah.
send you a picture, Morales.
Just acquaintances.
It's of hair product.
Yeah, yeah.
It's weird. I admit it.
It's okay.
No, it's like
See you,
now
Wendy.
it's become like a love triangle. Yes. And look how nice and sharp we look today.
He's hugging it out.
He's
Cappy
hugging it
has to
out
hug
while Sedano's just here. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll return for the Windsy segment next on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal. The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Cap. Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. Not with Seller's Advantage. You can skip commissions and costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs, you could have already sold your home for a fair, competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor," end quote. Thank you, Chris. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, the clock is ticking on the regular season. Just 3 games remain before the road to the playoffs begin.
Ahead to Reeves. Alley-oop to LeBron. Slam dunk. Highlight play of the month.
And now it's a Western Conference heavyweight clash. Lakers, Warriors from the Bay Area. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
And this is going to get a little complicated, Cappy, so follow me here
I'm
for a
listening
second.
very intently.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
I'm listening very intently. Go ahead. I can't wait to hear what's about to happen next.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
All right, Wednesday segment time. We do it around this time, 9:30 each weekday. We like to play a TV theme or a wrestling theme. How about this? On this day in 1990, Twin Peaks premiered on ABC. This is the theme song for Twin Peaks. Were you a Twin Peaks fan, Cappy?
Not really. I know the show.
It's a weird show, right?
Isn't the guy, just check me on this, and I may be wrong on it, was it a show about like being in Alaska and being like in an airport?
No, that's Isn't that the other one?
Which one is that? Wasn't one of those younger guys married to Bo Derek, who I still have the hot for?
Wasn't the one in Alaska, Northern Exposure?
Oh, yeah, that's what that is.
Not Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Is this the one that's like a murder mystery kind of deal?
It's like a town that you can't escape.
Right.
Well, it's kind of like working at ESPN LA.
You just can't escape. Like Hotel California. That's right.
Meanwhile, you can follow her at Windsy Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor of the Windsy segment, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. I got to find the Tinder. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Take it away, producer Windsy.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, so Jessica Simpson, a former favorite of Christopher Arthur Morales, and her ex-husband, Nick Lachey, also a favorite of Chris.
She broke Nick's heart.
She did. But
she's a miscreant.
Oh, that.
Wow.
Oh, about that, Maybe they just, weren't meant to be. So the two of them were once married. Obviously, they've been divorced for, 12 years now or whatever. But the two of them actually jetted off to Hawaii on the same flight, and things got really awkward. So the former couple ended up on the same flight from L.A. to Kauai last weekend, and they were seated really close to each other in first class because all those seats are pretty close to each other. And the exes were reportedly visibly uncomfortable, and Nick turned bright red when he realized the awkward encounter. Jessica even switched seats to avoid interacting with Nick. If this were you, would you have to switch seats? And have you ever had like an extremely awkward run-in with an ex? Cappy, you go first.
Well, Cappy, this is all you, I feel like, right now.
Well, let me just say this. If my ex-wife and I were on the same plane and we were seated close to each other, yeah, one of us would either have to move or somebody's going to get off the plane. Otherwise, we're going to turn into that viral video of people fighting on the plane, and I don't want any part of it. But she would be aggressive towards me, or so I think. Now, there have been a couple of awkward situations. Most recently, by the way, this is about, I'd say 3 months ago or so. My kids tell me, hey, mom's in town visiting. And I'm like, okay, good. That's great. Wonderful. You guys should go to dinner. You guys should see her. Give her some time because she doesn't live here anymore. And I walked into a bar one night, and I saw my ex-wife. And I said to Rachel, I said, we got to go. And she said, why? I said, because my ex-wife is here. And she said, well, so what? It doesn't mean we have to leave. And I'm like, no, it does mean we have to leave. Because the last time we were all here in this same bar, remember what happened that night? Yeah.
So this happened before.
Oh, it has happened. So
what happened?
Well,
go back to the first time.
Yeah, you can't just say, remember what happened the last time and then not tell us what happened the last time.
Come on, Cap.
So the first time, this is like early in my relationship with Rachel. I mean, really early. And we are in a place that we really like. Chris, you've been there, the Kraken.
I love the Kraken.
You've been there. I think
I've
you've
been
been
up.
there.
I was up on stage, hammered.
Right.
Kraken was fun.
And we were there, and we were kind of doing our thing, and then all of a sudden, she's there. And instead of just like keeping to her distance and my distance, she decides she's got to come over and she got to say something. So she said something to me that night, and this is probably 2019. And dude, I'm in a bad spot. And she's like, "How the hell are you even here? How would you even have money to buy a drink in this place?" You know, like one of those kinds of things. So me and Rachel, we're like, let's get out of here. So we go to the back area of the bar, and now like it's a big enough place and there's enough people. And she comes looking for me, man. And she comes walking towards me, and she's pointing her finger, and she's in my grill. And I'm like, this got to stop. So somebody tries to get in between us, and she still wouldn't stop. And it just kept going on and on and on until people had to, like, security had to come and, like, move us away from each other. So if we were on the same plane, we'd have to sit far away from each other. And honestly, I don't think we could stay on the same plane. Now, I could, because I'm fine. But there's still a lot of anger there, you know? Unfortunate, George. How's your divorce going? It's not going so great for me.
Luckily, not a divorce, Cappy. So all good.
You stay married as long as you can, no matter what. No matter what.
Early on.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah. Well, it was my plan too, pal. It was my plan too.
Sedano gave me some sage advice probably like 6 years ago. We were talking about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he gave me some advice, and he was right on. And I will take that advice, and I'm not going to expose it. But it was friend to friend, brother to brother, mentor to student.
Mm.
And that's why he will remain married for the rest of his life.
Well, I planned on staying
Unlike
married.
you.
No, I planned on it. I planned on staying
Nah,
married.
you were doing some weird stuff, probably.
I planned on
Were you doing weird stuff, Cap?
I don't think I was doing weird stuff. I think that weird stuff was happening. I just don't think I was part of it. I missed out on a lot of fun, weird stuff, it seems like. Oh, man, my plan was to be married my whole life, man. I thought, my ex-wife, I thought, you know what, we come from similar backgrounds. We've got, similar intentions for family and so on. And now I look back on it all and I think, because I know plenty of people that are like, hey, I was standing there at the altar. My bride is walking down the aisle. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a bad idea, but there's no getting off this roller coaster because they've already locked me in. There's no way to get out of it. And I look back and I go, there were plenty of red flags, but I didn't pay attention to them because I was young and I was dumb and all my friends were getting married and I wanted to as well. And I should have known better.
You wanted to get married because your friends were married?
I mean, it was like I was in my late 20s and a lot of my friends were getting married and having kids. And so you just start to feel this like pressure, like, oh, I better get married. I better have kids. And then I found the right girl and I thought her family, my family, I thought it was all going to work out great. And then
now they have some coins. So did you see investment possibilities with her family?
At the time, I probably didn't realize how much they may have had, and I also didn't know that I might have some access to it.
Oh, okay.
Had I known that,
That's
maybe
fair.
I'd have found my way to keep it alive.
Yeah, exactly.
How did she end up with all your money then? If she already got money.
Let's pause. She didn't end up with all of it, but
I know,
a lot of it.
But didn't you said on the air that she took you to the cleaner?
Well,
Cappy still got a lot of coin. Don't worry.
No, what happened was my divorce lawyer actually said to me, she said, you can keep paying me, and we'll get this all straightened out, or you can stop paying me, and you can take on what needs to be taken on, and you'll deal with it after the divorce. But either way, you're going to pay for both. So why not stop paying for one or the other? So I just kind of did what my divorce lawyer told me to do, and I just sort of accepted the loss. I took a big L. I mean, put it this way. If it were a football game, okay, it would have been like 42-3. I lost. And by the way, I just kicked a field goal just so I didn't get shut out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good thing we can laugh about it now.
Berg, Sedano, got any awkward encounters with an ex?
So
Chris?
the only time so my ex-wife is, a pain. But when we first broke up, she is cousins with my best friend's wife. So when they were getting married, they had their engagement party, and I went to it, and she came to it obviously because it's the cousin. And it was right after we broke up.
So she's cousins with the girl.
Yeah, she's cousins with the girl.
That your best friend is getting married to.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Complicated.
So yeah, that was how we met. It was a big complicated thing. But either way, so she gets there and she is fully done up like never done up before when I've ever seen her. She's
she did that
skinnier
on
than I've ever
purpose.
seen her. Has a brand new hairstyle. She's wearing a thin little dress. Yeah, she did all of it on purpose.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just
Were you
in,
thinking about it?
Absolutely.
It got
was
you,
right
huh?
after it was right after we just got divorced.
She was living rent-free in your head.
100%. So all I saw was she goes down to the dance floor. She's dancing with all these guys, like two. I'm like, this is just not comfortable.
She's got
in
two
any
guys.
sense. Yeah.
She breaks up with you, or you break up with her. You guys
we
break up
split.
together.
Yeah.
And now in front of your face, she's dancing with two guys.
Yeah, two guys, and I'm just like, I don't want to be here. This is just brutal for me. So we didn't actually have the encounter because we would refuse to speak to each other, but that was very frustrating.
That sucks.
You should have found two chicks to dance with, man.
You should have, yeah.
I would just hang out with my friends. I was good.
Yeah. I don't think I've had any awkward ones. I had one that was a surprise. I was in Chicago and walked into a almost desolate restaurant / bar one night and randomly ran into an ex. And it was like a pleasant experience, like a quick oh, hey, what's up? Nice to see you, real quick. Hey, what's up? Quick hug and keep it moving. It was not anything more than that. But so I wouldn't say awkward other than just surprising. I was like, why would I run into you here of all places?
Good stories. Christopher, none?
No, there's a few. But
not for air.
I don't want to talk about them. And there's also a few that if I ran into them, I definitely would be worried about being stabbed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Goodness.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
I have that fear.
Well,
of
I mean,
being shamed.
we understand.
Yeah, you get it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What about you, Lindsay?
I didn't. I really only have one ex-boyfriend, and when we broke up, I actually did run into him at a gas station. I was on my way to my friend's Christmas party, and I was with another guy, but it was actually just my brother's friend. I was giving him a ride, and I was like, "Oh no, we gotta make it look like we're hanging out or whatever. So we were, it was fun. It was very funny because he got mad and got out of the car, chased my car down the street, like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass" to the guy because he was jealous.
Well, that doesn't sound healthy at all.
There's a reason he's my ex.
Now, the guy that you were with, that you were making your ex-boyfriend jealous, had it come to hands being thrown, could that guy have taken care of
he
things?
would have kicked his ass.
So wait, who would have? So the new guy would have kicked the old guy's
Yes,
ass?
but he was just my brother's friend. We
Okay.
just pretended to piss him off.
Okay, so you.
But he would have kicked his ass. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
How
yeah.
about you? Now, if the ex-boyfriend chases you and you're by yourself, and knowing your violent streak of beating up people in the cafeteria in the
I beat
middle
him up
school.
a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, so
No,
you
I'm
would
just
beat him
kidding.
down.
I'm kidding.
You could take him though if you had to.
If I had to, of
I mean,
course.
you would be Don Staley and he'd be Gino Auriemma.
Yes.
Got it.
I could kick his ass.
Okay, I believe it. I believe it. I wouldn't mess with you.
Good.
That's for sure.
Good.
I'm afraid.
Don't.
I won't. I mean, listen, George got a black belt, and I think you'll kick his ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Lindsay.
Me neither. I want
I'm a
no part of
winner.
that. She's
I'm a
winner.
winner.
She's a winner. Exactly.
You got
By
one
the
more
way,
one?
did you see this? Have you guys seen this? It just dropped within the last hour.
What's
AD, there's a clip of AD on the Draymond podcast talking about when he was traded for Luka.
No.
Yeah, if you go to Draymond's podcast Twitter, it's on there. The Draymond Show. I
Boy,
believe it's
Draymond, Anthony Davis, LeBron. You talk about a love triangle of content going on right now.
Well, I mean, if you're Draymond and you go on Anthony Davis's prank show, the only thing you could do to reciprocate is like, bro, you already put me on the spot on national TV.
Yeah.
Like, it made me look like a dope.
Yeah.
Like, the least you could do is come on my podcast.
Yeah, and be open and honest about what happened.
They're all friends with Rich, right? They're all friends with
Well,
each
they're all
other.
clients,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
But they're all friends with each other, seemingly.
They are, yes.
Looks like they're buds. I wonder if they get to hang out with Adele.
I'm sure they do. I got to be honest with you guys. When I saw that Anthony Davis had this TV show, like this prankster, what's the name of that? Impractical Jokers. It's kind of the same
Yeah,
story,
it's in the
right?
same vein as
Right.
that. Yeah.
But when I saw that it was Anthony Davis's show and it was his name, I don't know if he's the producer of it or whatever.
He is one of the producers, yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, I don't know that he's like famous, crossover famous, like where and lovable, where like the whole country knows him and loves him and goes, "Oh my God, Anthony Davis has this new show. I would love to watch that because I love Anthony Davis and he's awesome." Like I don't.
He
think of him
doesn't
that
need
way.
to necessarily be that guy, but you got guys like Draymond on there. The clip goes viral like it has, and now people are going to want to watch it.
So we have the audio.
LeBron too, yeah.
We have the audio. It is bleeped, luckily. It's about 90 seconds. Let's play it here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
You go to the Lakers. You then get traded to the Mavericks for Luka.
First of all, I had no idea that I was even traded. Go upstairs, like, you know what, I'm going to go upstairs, watch a movie. Get in the bed, turn the movie on. Wife next to me, and, you know, I'm trying to find a movie, and I see Rob Pelinka calls me. I'm like, man, you know what? I'll hit him back tomorrow. Then he texts me, he's like, AD, when you get a chance to be back, me and Coach got something to run by you. Rich said he tried to call me. I never got Rich's call. So Rich didn't call my wife. He was like, tell AD to call me, whatever. So I'm like, what up, Rich? He's like, man, they just traded you to Dallas. And I'm like, man, shut up. I said, who the f*** they going to trade me for, Luka? Like I was just saying, like, who else can you trade me for on that team? Nico was calling me. And I'm like, Rich, I'm going to call you back. Hello? Yeah. I told you I was going to come get you one day. I wanted you. I know Rich and Nico cool. Like, y'all playing a joke. Like, this is
He thought he foul play.
Yeah, foul play. Foul play. Got you. So I called Rob Pelinka back, and I'm like, hello? He like, yeah, you know, he telling me all this stuff. And like, you know, when Bron's done, you know, when somebody take over, we want to go younger, you know, rebuild, all this. And I'm like, huh? And my chef is right there in front of me. And I'm like, I just got traded to the Mavs. He started laughing. Yeah, big dog. So I'm like, you know what? I know if this is true. I go X, go straight to Sham's page. Nothing. Go up the stairs. Joel Embiid calls me. Somebody else called me, another player. And I'm like, wait, hold on. So I go back to Sham's page, and then there it is.
That's pretty funny.
Well, that's a huge dub for Shams right there, man.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty
funny.
funny.
That he's the go-to guy. Like, I don't even know if this is real until he tells me it's real. That's a huge dub for Shams. Way to go, Shams, and great hair. You talk about a guy that doesn't need any of that, stuff you put in your hair.
Schmutz.
Yeah, schmutz.
Good interview with him, but quick, as you pointed out.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
quick.
That's really good hair.
He's got great hair.
Oh, my God. That hair is unbelievable. Jesus, that stuff is
I
so
had amazing
thick.
hair, too, when I was his
Dark.
age.
God, it's dark black.
How old is
thick.
Shams?
Like 12, 13.
Yeah,
No, he's like 30 now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had
he is?
amazing hair at 32.
Mm-hmm.
Then guess what?
What?
Round 35.
Yeah.
And then once we really started to do some damage to the heart, then it really went quick.
Just started falling out, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that should have been a sign.
Wow. AD. Listen, that's fine. You know what? I've never really listened to Draymond's podcast other than like little tiny social media clips. That's the one I might have to go back. Today on my drive down to South, I was thinking I was going to listen to a masterclass about AI, but maybe I should just listen to Draymond interviewing.
Have you asked Lindsay
AD.
for the AI pods? She knows them all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
No, this is straight from masterclass.
You bought the masterclass?
Well, now hold
It's free.
on. Don't
The Claude
get crazy.
one used to cost $2,000. People used to pay it.
For what?
And now
$2,000?
for the Claude, like the how to use Claude. There's
Uh-huh.
two. There's just like the basic one, and then there's the Claude for coding one.
Mhm.
And people used to pay $2,000 for this class, and it's now free. They're offering it for free right now.
Where can I see that?
Go to like Claude.com or
Okay,
whatever.
I'm going to start coding.
You don't need to because AI does coding for you now.
Yeah, coding's gone.
Start coding on Claude. Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
going
what
to
you do. Yeah, you say, this is an app that I want, and this is what the parameters are, and then it'll make it for
Hey,
you.
Claude, do this for me, will you? That's another thing, Claude, recently. I noticed that they've got
We
something.
should do a daily Quad Talk.
We
thing.
should.
Yeah.
Well, there's something called Co-work now on Claude. And
Claude is all over advertising on all the podcasts.
Oh,
They
yeah.
should advertise with us.
They should.
Come on, Claude, hit us up.
At the top of Claude, it says chat, co-work, and code.
Yes.
And I have not even really dug into what co-work can do. But I said to a friend of mine the other day, I go, well, what could co-work do for me? He said, well, you could tell it to email, hey, Claude, make sure you send an email to this guy about this. And it takes care of it for you. What I was going to first experiment with is, hey, Claude, can you go into my email box and delete the 5,000 unread emails that I'll never get to? Could you do that for me? Because I have to go boom, boom, like one by one. And then you have to delete them.
You could. There's a way to do that without having to do that.
I don't know how to do it. But
You just go to unread
Yeah.
in Gmail and then just hit select all and it'll delete them all.
Oh, really?
And that'll take you 10 seconds.
Well, then I guess I don't need Claude anymore. I've got Morales. Well, I'm going to start digging into
Does
what
Claude use the same amount of GPU as ChatGPT?
Good question.
It depends
Oh,
on
really?
what you're asking it to do.
Mm.
Because if you want like image generation, ChatGPT is better for that, but it does take more GPU. But then Claude, on the other hand, like if you're asking it to like code a website for you or build an app for you, like that takes a lot of GPU, and that's what they're mainly focusing on.
Somebody used a lot of GPU when they did that Tiger thing. Tiger is being like interviewed by the cop, and he's leaning on the car, and the next thing you know, Tiger and this female cop are now like flirting with each other pretty heavily. And whoever came up with this on AI, I laughed my ass off. In fact, I felt guilty about actually watching it. Like I laughed.
Do you
and
actually laugh at stuff that you know is AI?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Because when I see stuff that's obvious AI, I'm like, okay, whatever.
I just felt dirty watching it.
Oh, you felt dirty?
Yeah, I felt kind of dirty.
Why, did they get it on in the clip or?
They didn't get it on, but I mean, you need to see it.
Okay.
Because if it were real, you'd be like, oh my God, that's so inappropriate.
All
But
right.
you'd also laugh and go, well, given his background, that's pretty damn funny.
As we wrap up the show, thank you, Lindsay, for the Lindsay segment. Brought to you by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day for Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. This one's an interesting one, Cappy.
Tell me.
Become an anthropologist. When you are genuinely curious about the way someone reacts or the way they feel about something, it's unlikely that you will also be annoyed. Yeah, I've read it a couple times and I'm kind of like, huh?
Wait, I thought an anthropologist is a guy who like digs up dinosaur bones.
Well, but they're curious.
That's an archaeologist, I thought.
Oh,
It kind of goes back to the Ted Lasso bit. Be
Oh.
curious, not judgmental.
Oh.
Ask questions. Like last night with Wendy's wife, we
Yeah.
both sat there and were
fascinating.
marveled by her
Right.
story.
I thought she was so interesting.
She's very interesting.
Right. I find that being interested is better than being interesting. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
Okay, say that again.
Like when you're very, very interested, that's better than being interesting. Meaning, like, I would rather hear more about you. I'd rather hear more about your career,
Yes.
your business, etc., than to sit here and have you ask me stuff. Like, I'm more interested in you because I think you're more interesting than I am, kind of thing.
It is
I
time
get it
for
now.
the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. Brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com, DRE 01961658, Cappy.
I was driving back to downtown L.A.
What's so funny?
Yeah, what's so funny, George?
I just saw Samboni's text.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is it really, really long? Is it as long as that Giannis article on ESPN.com?
It's about, when we were talking about, and Lindsay was asking about encounters with exes, and says, Chris knows about the girl that showed up at my front door unannounced.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was quite a night. I was hiding in the backyard.
Were you afraid of her?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Wow. She shows up unannounced.
It was no good.
She'll take Samboni and throw his 112-pound ass all around the room. That's right, Samboni.
And then she DM'd me on Instagram about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was a real psycho.
Oh, wow.
Poor Samboni.
Yeah, poor guy. So I'm driving back from the Valley about a week ago to downtown L.A., and I decide I'm going to stop at an In-N-Out. And I get to this In-N-Out, and the line looks like it's going to take me 45 minutes.
Why don't you just go inside?
Well, so here's what I did. I decided to say, all right, I'm not going to sit in this line. So then I'm like, Google mapping, where's the next In-N-Out that's on my way back? So I go to the next In-N-Out, and dude, there's another line. And I'm like, I can't sit here and wait in these lines. It's going to take me like 45 minutes. So I finally get to the third In-N-Out, which is kind of like a cross from Universal Studios.
Oh, that's a tough one.
But believe it or not, it was a very manageable line.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's the reason I bring it up is this. You guys, anybody here ever order fast food from like DoorDash or Uber Eats? Like I never order fast food.
No, not fast food. My wife has done it for the kids, but I feel like that's silly.
I never order fast food.
Makes you feel, I did it once. This was a night I was very drunk. And you feel dirty about it the next day.
Yeah, like it pisses me off. Like my kids are of a generation where they actually think this is normal. And I'm like, guys, that would have cost you $10 at In-N-Out, but because you had it delivered and the tip and the charge, it cost $22. Like, are you that lazy that you can't just go to the In-N-Out? But the issue is, and I love In-N-Out, the issue is that the lines are so long. So recently, the woman who is the chief executive officer, her name is Lindsay Snyder Ellingson. Her grandparents were the founders of In-N-Out. So she was doing a talk over at Pepperdine University just the other day, and the kids were kind of grilling her because these are young kids. So they said to her, hey, we can't order In-N-Out on Uber Eats or on DoorDash. Is there any thought that maybe you guys should do that? And she actually told these kids, we will never, ever, ever DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything. When you want an In-N-Out burger, you come to our place. You get it fresh. If you want to eat it in the car, that's fine. If we got to box it up for you to take home, we'll do that. But we're not going to become like every other fast food restaurant in the country and do these delivery services. And you know what I say, Miss CEO? I say that's exactly right. Good for you, Lindsay. Even though I stopped and wouldn't wait in the 45-minute line and went for the second one, guess what? I went to the third one. So you got me. I don't need you to deliver it. I'll go to 3 In-N-Outs just to finally get my In-N-Out. So congratulations to you. Stay old school, girl.
Amen.
I just dropped the mic on that.
No, good job, Cappy.
Thank you.
That's why we love In-N-Out.
We sure do.
Also notice Trader Joe's will never do like Instacart. The same reason. They want you to experience Trader Joe's in person like that.
They got great flowers at Trader Joe's.
They do.
Inexpensive.
They
really
do,
nice.
and very inexpensive. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for the Windy Wednesday edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Sedano will be off, but Beto Duran will be here for a Beto Thursday.
Cisco Kid.
The Cisco Kid. We're going to smack it around with Beto.
You sure are.
I wonder if he's going to bring donuts. Beto, if you hear... Oh, no, because Cappy's not here today.
No, I don't want him.
He won't be in studio. Don't bring him because I don't want him either.
Yeah.
Although Bergie, he'll mow down if you don't.
No, don't want him.
You don't want him either?
No, but he has no willpower. Like us, he has no willpower.
I'll eat all of them.
Right. Jorge will eat them.
You're not eating them.
And Jorge.
Oh, Jorge will definitely eat them.
We'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Enjoy the par 3 contest. Tomorrow is day 1 of the Masters. Wait for the Sunday Swagger outfit tomorrow. I'm going to wear the green underwear, too.
Oh, yeah?